Let's get into it.
All right, we give all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakadash. Double honor to the head elders, the apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, Akim, here and abroad, pushing this truth. All right, in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, sincerity and faith. We're gonna get right into the prophecies because it's got a lot going on according to the word of the Heavenly Father, us. Let me get the verse Ezekiel. We're gonna start with Ezekiel 12 and verse 21. Yeah.
This is the book of Ezekiel 12 and 21. And the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai came unto me, saying, Son of man, what is the proverb that you have in the land of Yashar Allah?
Yeah, the proverb in the land of Israel, because you got more Israelites that don't have faith and is not of the elect than Israelites that are of the elect that do have faith. So this is a common thing amongst Israel. What is that proverb?
It says here, saying, Son of man, what is the proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying, the days are prolonged.
The days are what?
And the days are prolonged.
It's saying the days are prolonged. It's taking a long time. It's saying that ever since, just like the scriptures say, since the fathers fell asleep, the world continues as it was. Nothing's gonna happen. You know, you can hold that in Amos as well, where it says the Most High, all right, is gonna will not do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets to the servants, the prophets, all right. Okay, go ahead.
It says, and every vision faileth.
Every what?
Every vision faileth.
What's the vision? The vision is the judgment of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, coming upon the wicked. Because the wicked rules the earth. The wicked rules the world. And they're saying it fails. It's not going to happen. Read on.
It says, tell them, therefore, thus said Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai power, I will make this proverb to cease.
I will make this proverb to cease. And this is happening in our time. These things that are written in the scriptures, all right, known as what we see as the mark of the beast, all right, it's coming to pass in this earth. All right, the scriptures describe the mark of the beast exactly the way the RFID microchip works. You know what I'm saying? That's all of that, you know, that madness out there with you Jakes talking about the RFID microchip is not the mark of the beast. The Lord is causing that thing to cease, man, because it's not the truth. All right? Yeah, I guess that's not going to hold. Go ahead, Al.
Yeah, it says, for there shall be no more any vain vision, nor flattering divination.
Yeah, because you got a lot of false prophets out there, man. Yep. You got General Yohana, Adam Abbott, you know, Zabak, all right, Nate, okay, and they have a big following, and they're leading Jake to destruction because their doctrine is not according with the truth of the Bible. It's not what the scriptures say. They're creating their own divination. You know, the dead so-called I ain't gonna call him that, the discomforter, the dead discomforter, man. The Most High took him out for prophesying, all right, a divination, saying that he's the God-sent, the holy God-sent comforter, man. See? Twisting and mangling the scriptures. All right, go ahead.
It says, for I am Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
That's right, that's the true name of the Most High and his beloved Son, the Savior of Israel. Go ahead.
I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass.
And how is the word speaking? Through the prophets, beginning with the head elders and the elders before them, that which we have come into the works through the Spirit of the Lord. Go ahead.
It shall be no more prolonged.
It's not going to be no more prolonged. You know, Most High is bringing this thing to pass. Look at the state. Look at how things are going in the world. And in reality, all right. In reality, bro. Look at what's going on. You can't go nowhere without a mask, damn near. You know, everybody is just bugged out of their mind. All right, on this whole, you know, coronavirus, COVID-19. all right, and different philosophies, right, and different religions, and they're just seared in their conscience with this wickedness, man, and it's getting worse and worse and worse. So the Lord is not prolonging this thing, man. He's bringing this thing to pass, and the Lord is only going to be with the elect that has the truth in His name. Go ahead.
For in your days, O rebellious house, will I say the word and will perform it, saith the Lord power Yahweh.
You see this happening, man. In our days, the Lord is performing this thing, man. All right? You got the blockchain technology, right? You got the cryptocurrencies, which those things are damn near done away with. You got the dollar, the downfall of the dollar coming in a major way. Okay? The different organizations that the so-called white man has set up, such as the WHO, World Health Organization, all right? They're pushing out this New World Order agenda, all right? The CFR, the Council of Foreign Relations, is at the head of it, which is pretty much a conglomerate of elite banking families, all right? Dictating how they want the world to go. And they're actually at odds with one another because the scriptures say Satan will fight against Satan. Satan against Satan, man. Kingdom against kingdom. Right? Russia, all kinds of skirmishes going on. People starving in Syria and all throughout in Africa, which they've been starving for the longest. And that's the judgment of the Most High. We got all kinds of things happening. Why? Because the Most High is bringing these things to pass. In the last days, there shall be what? What's up? There shall be scoffers. There shall be what? Famines, pestilences, earthquakes in diverse places.
Uproars of the people.
Uproars of the people. These things are happening. Go ahead.
It says, it says, again, the word of the Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahushai came to me, say, Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say, the vision that he seeth is for many days to come.
The vision that he seeth is for many days to come, meaning that this is not going to happen until another 100 years. You know? See, but the scriptures tell you the Most High cometh as a thief in the night. All right? We're in the heavens, going to be on fire, man. It's going to happen soon, man. All right, no, it's all right, brother. Because we're seeing all the signs coming to pass. We're seeing the signs coming to pass right now. Go ahead.
It says, the vision that he seeth is for many days to come, and he prophesied of times that are far off.
And he prophesied of times that are far off. These things are not far off no more. These things are not far off no more, bro. All right? These things is right here in our faces, man. Go ahead.
It says, this is Ezekiel 12:28. Therefore say unto them, thus saith Yahweh by Shem Yahushai power, there shall none of my words be prolonged anymore, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, saith the Lord power.
The word that the Lord spoken is going to be done, and ultimately America is going to be destroyed by nuclear fire, by way of nuclear missiles, man. This is written right here in the Zechariah, the 14th chapter, and the 12th verse, man. This is that plague that's going to cover the whole earth, well, the whole America, all right? And certain other places on the earth is going to be hit as well, all right? What you got, Doc?
This is the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 7.
Yeah.
It says, surely the Lord Yahweh will do nothing.
Surely the Lord will do nothing, right? Because the Most High don't got to do anything, man. All he has to do is give the word, okay?
But he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets.
That's it. Now, what's that one in Amos as well where it says, I think it's 9. Get 9. Yeah, that say that evil, that shall not overtake nor prevent us. 9 and
9 and 10.
Yeah.
This is Amos chapter 9, verse 10. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword.
It's that rebellious house. Remember the proverb in the rebellious house, the majority of Israel, the majority of Jake, Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, this is your mindset, right? So you with the Most High, the Most High called you sinners, man. And he said, you going what?
It says,
all the sinners are what?
of my people shall die by the sword.
Shall die by the sword. All right, who was blessed with the sword? The so-called white man, the wicked, the Edomites, man. So these things that are coming to pass are just martial law, right? Concentration camps, right? The Most High has given the power to Esau to jack you jakes up, man. Okay, go ahead.
Which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us.
And just like saying the days are prolonged and it's not going to happen. The evil, what? The Lord created the wicked for the day of evil. This is the time of the wicked right now. This is his rulership. He's been in rulership for centuries, man, since the 1400s. Let alone ancient Rome and ancient Greece and Rome. So this is that same devil, that old serpent, all right, that the Most High rose back up. And now he's going to do his job on the earth. He's been doing his job on the earth. But now he's going to do the ultimate, all right, the ultimate blessing, which is the slaughter, man. All right, to kill, to destroy. Okay? And then he's going to be destroyed. Okay? Go ahead. Yeah.
Book of Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 6. It says, it's like it, no, after 16 verse 4. It's like 16 verse 4, it says, they shall die of grievous debts. They shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the ground. Right, so 2/3 of the nation of Israel, they're going to die grievous debts.
That's right, bro.
As a matter of fact, can I look up the word?
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, just to look up the word grievous.
Yeah, in the meantime, you can
This
do
is
that.
the book of Matthew chapter 24, verse 37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
You got that.
For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking and marrying and giving into marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark. And just to add to what the brother said, like the scripture said, they said that evil should not overtake them nor prevent them. That's what they say. But according to 1 Thessalonians chapter, when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction shall come upon them. Now Esau here lifting up things, so to speak, right? Lifting up the curfews in different places, lifting it up and blah, 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 which the damage is already done. Esau already have total control. Just like in the days of Noah, man, things may seem like it may go back to normal or cut slack or whatever if it get to that point, or it may not get to that point, but nevertheless, it's going to be as in the days of Noah, man. Noah was outside prophesying just like how the men of the Lord, the apostles on down are doing. But that day is going to come to an end where we're not allowed to do this anymore.
That's right. This is all the process that's what it's leading up to. It's leading up to the famine of the word. Because the Most High is about to shut our mouths, man. Jeremiah 16:16. See, this is the process. This is how the Most High is making the process happen. All right, got it?
Yeah. This is the
That's the word of
definition.
grievous, right?
Definition of the word grievous. It says causing or characterized by severe pain,
Right.
suffering, or
Yeah.
sorrow.
Oh man, yeah, you got that, bro.
Yeah, so it says they shall die of grievous debts.
Right.
They shall die of severe pain,
Wow.
severe suffering, and sorrow. They shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth, and they shall be consumed by the sword and by famine, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beasts of the earth.
Wow, and that reminds me of the judgment in Revelation 17 and 18, I believe. All right, because it says that the Lord is going to prepare a meal for the fowls of the heaven. And that's going, and that's going to come by way of what? Armageddon. Armageddon also meaning World War III. Okay, the Valley of Jehoshaphat. Okay, where these other nations, such as the Russians, Chinese, Japanese, all right, Turkish, all right, Iran, okay, North Korea, South Korea, okay, Britain, France, Germany, all right, are going to come with their armies, all right, against America in the Middle East, all right, because that's the cradle of civilization, as they say, all right.
God won. In Hebrew, I'm getting a Hamagawa, which is a Valley of Troops. Mountain of Troops, sorry.
Okay.
Mountain of Troops.
Go ahead, bro. You got that? Real quick.
This is Revelation chapter 19, verse 17. And I saw an angel standing in the sun, and he cried with a loud voice, saying to all the fowls that fly in the midst of heaven, come and gather yourselves together unto the supper of the great power.
That's the direct prophecy, bro. That's the direct prophecy of Jeremiah 16 that you read. All right, about the fowls of heaven. Read that again.
Right, it says, and I saw an angel standing in the sun, and he cried with a loud voice, saying to all the fowls that fly in the midst of heaven, come and gather yourselves together unto the supper of the great power.
That's right. That's what's going ahead. Hey, go back to Jeremiah 16, brother.
Yep.
Yeah, this is back in Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 4. It says, they shall die of grievous deaths. Grievous death.
Damn.
All right, thermonuclear fire. All right, and it says a grievous sword is going to come upon those that had the mark of the beast too. In Revelation 16. Man. 4 kinds, brother. You see, the Most High is no joke, man. You Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you have been rebellious. All right, you have been wicked as hell against the Most High and His Son and His men, and the Lord gonna get you back. Go ahead.
It says, they shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth, and they shall be consumed by the sword and by famine, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beasts of the earth.
Yeah, because you look at it spiritually, the Most High brought this thing to pass, and in real time, right, that we're living in right now. Jake has all the ability to get right, to repent.
He does.
You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta. A lot of you don't gotta go to work. A lot of you are just sitting up in the crib. All right. What the hell are you doing, man? Wanting everything to go back to normal again. You know what I'm saying? Go on, brother.
Must lead.
Yeah,
must lead. This is second Esdras, because it goes in flow
Yeah,
perfectly
brother,
with
please,
this.
yeah.
This is second Esdras 15:1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy,
Got that.
which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord power. And what's the words of prophecy, man? Words of prophecy is everything's coming in this book.
Right.
The apostles and elders of Great Millstone are the leaders, okay, of Israel that have been telling you people the truth the whole time, man. Which is the book of prophecy. Now let's bring up a couple prophecies, because the couple prophecies is not what you people think it is, man. Okay, it's a lot of woes, lamentation, okay, and death, man. One of the prophecy, okay, is that 2/3 is gonna be cut off and die, man. 2/3 is about to be cut off. All right. It says that what? That 2/3 is gonna die grievous deaths, man.
Yeah, the rebellious house.
The rebellious house. Okay? Another prophecy, all right, is that what? Is that the Lord is about to let loose these animals, man, these creatures, man. Because why? Because this place can be a state of martial law. If you look around, a lot of these animals are being set loose because nobody there to take care of them, man. All right? A lot of people, all right, are stuck quarantining. What do you think the animals are going to do? If they don't see people in certain areas, they're going to start migrating to that area. The
Right.
Lord's setting this whole thing up, man.
Right. Hey, there's a prophecy in 2 Ezra 5 where it says the beasts shall be moved out of their places, man. All right. This is all in the time. Hey, 2 Ezra 5 is a bad chapter, as a matter of fact. Yeah. Let's see if we can find that real quick fast. You finish that, brother?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is finishing off the Revelation chapter 19, verse 18. It says, that ye may eat the flesh of kings and the flesh of captains.
Who's that? Those are your top officials of these different high governments. The top officials of Britain, the top officials of Germany, the top officials of France, Australia, the 7 heads, okay, and the 10 horns, all right, which is the NATO and EU alliances. Go ahead,
And the flesh of mighty men, and the flesh of horses,
yeah, they're armies, man. They're armies. Go ahead.
and of them that sit on them, and the flesh of all men both free and bond, both small and great. Right, so the times of Jacob's trouble, and where 2/3 of the nation of Israel would die grievous deaths over the 4 kinds of the Lord Yahweh, through the Son Yahweh Shai, with a point over them, they're going to be as dung upon the ground, upon the earth. They're going to be meat for the fowls of the heaven. All right, that's the prophecy. That the fowls of the heaven, they're going to enjoy a great meal, man. A banquet, if you will.
That's right, huh? Hey, whatever else you got, brother, bring it out, brother. Sure.
This is the book of Zechariah.
5 and 8. Look right at it.
Yeah, we're looking right at the joint. All right, you ready? This is 2nd Esdras chapter 5, verse 8. There shall be confusion also in many places.
Come on, bro.
Wow.
Yo, do we need to explain that? This is America. America is the land of confusion. It's that great city, right? Man, it's used.
Yep, it says, therefore shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be often set out again,
Wow.
and the wild beasts shall change their places,
And the what?
and the wild beasts shall change their places.
Yeah, when you spoke on it, so
And that's what's happening right now, man. Why is the wild beast changing their places? If you go, this is not a documentary, but it's like it was a short documentary, a short film of people showing how the animals are now coming back to the sea. You have a certain animals walking around in regular streets. Why? Because people are quarantining, man. The only reason why animals are not in the city is because there's people there. Now, there's not a lot of people in a certain place, the animals are gonna start coming out of the place that they were in, man. All right, and that's all through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, because the Lord said that He made the creature His weapon, man.
And check this out. In every major city in America, there are what you would call zoos.
Yep.
Every major city in America got zoos, man. Full of exotic animals that don't belong in no damn inner city. That is made to what? For cruel entertainment. You know what I'm saying? That's what it really
That's
is.
what it is. It's cool and simple.
All right, it's cruel entertainment. They're not in their habitat. They're being abused.
And they're frustrated too.
All right, yo, man, these damn devils, man. They're a bunch of damn freaking disgusting zoophiliacs, man.
Yeah, man.
A lot of these animals are being raped.
Yeah.
All right, and the Most High, if the Most High still have them live, the Most High gonna have them get back, man.
Yeah.
They gonna get back on these damn devils. All right, hey man, that scripture is totally true, man. All right, it's happening, man. And a lot of them are shut down as of now, right? And Lord willing, they don't ever open back up, and the Most High brings them out of these zoos to let loose on these wicked people, man. You know, you got it back, bro.
Yeah, man, because at the end of the day, man, all this judgment's getting ready to happen, which is to 2/3 of our people, it's not for the elect, man. Because the Lord said it's 6 troubles. When you go to matter of fact, let me get Job real quick. Job 5. Because when you go to Job 5, the Lord says that we're gonna be in league with the creatures, man. All right? Okay, so the creatures are not gonna destroy them in the Lord, man. The creatures, that these wild beasts are gonna be here for you 2/3. I'm gonna talk shit, man. All right? Let's finish reading. It says, and also it says, looks like I can get it. It says, and menstruous woman. That's the part I want to get. It says, and menstruous woman shall bring forth monsters. And who's the monsters, man? It's 2/3 of our people, man. GMO babies, man. You got these people. Everybody. And you know what's so sad? When you got people so calling the truth, talking about this nigga, this 2/3 nigga 6'9", man. That's sad, man. You got people fucking talking about this nigga.
Alizé, yeah, he's another false.
Yeah, and you got
false
stupid,
prophet.
and you got this
Alizar,
these
he's a
false
false
prophets,
prophet.
another false prophet in HOI, man. Okay, cause you niggas in the world, man.
They
You
talk about how
niggas.
he's a snitch and shit.
Yeah, like who
Dumb
gives a
shit.
fuck? We
Yeah.
yo, this prophecy, there's so much prophecies happening that we can't even keep up, man. All right,
Right, bro.
and you people got the nerve to talk about 6'9". 6'9" is gonna be put to death, man. He's part of 2/3 club.
Right.
A lot of you people, okay, are mesmerized, okay? All right, are these 2/3, man? Because why? Because y'all the same club, man. We don't give a fuck about a 2/3. Excuse my language, man. Okay, the only thing we care about is the people that care about the Lord.
That's right.
The name of Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai. If you don't care about the truth and about the Lord, to hell with you, man.
You're gonna eat one of these. Man.
All right, every last male, female,
You're gonna take one of these,
a boy, girl, they all gonna feel a missile, man.
and then you're gonna eat one of these.
All right.
You're gonna take one of these, and you're gonna eat one of
And
these.
guess what's gonna happen? You people gonna
See how
realize
that
the
work?
prophet is among you, man.
See how that works? Go ahead, Doc. What you got?
I got
something okay. Go ahead.
This is 1 Thessalonians 5:3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child.
See that? This times that we living in, man. All right, we're living in a time where the Lord is gonna bring fierce judgment. Hey, the scriptures say the Lord is a power of judgment. Need we get it? We get that in Isaiah 30 real quick. I got you, bro. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, swift judgment is coming to our people, man. Don't forget, the Lord said he started with the house of Israel first. Okay, and the house of Israel includes you so-called blacks, you so-called Hispanics, and you so-called Native Americans, man.
Yeah, people on that side.
All right, you people are the true children of the Lord. The one you call Jesus Cristo, okay, he's a Negro, not Blanco. All right, and if y'all don't believe that the Lord, the Messiah, is a Negro, you can be put to death. Bottom line, man.
This is Isaiah 30, verse 18. And therefore will the Lord wait. And the Lord is long suffering, man. It says that he may be gracious unto you, and therefore will he be exalted. And this is what's happening. The Lord is being gracious unto the elect of the nation of Israel, because they have to be sealed before this judgment comes. It says, therefore will he be exalted, that he may have mercy upon you, for Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, is a power of judgment. Blessed are all they that wait for him.
Yep.
See? And the Lord told us to what? Let's get Zephaniah 3 and 8.
Let's get it. You got it?
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 3, verse 8. It says, therefore, wait ye upon me, saith the Lord Yahweh.
That's what we doing. We waiting on the Lord. That's why we out here. This is a form of waiting on the Lord. Bringing out his word is waiting on him. Because we got nothing. We ain't out here, you know, with weapons. We ain't out here on a damn militia tip. We ain't out here on no, you know, we gonna take over the American government BS. We're not out here on that. We're just bringing out the word of the Lord. That's all we doing. So we waiting on the Lord. But you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you reject the Lord. You reject the Lord, man. All right? You want to believe that this is the Lord and Savior, when it's not but a damn devil, all right, named Cesar Borgia. All right? That's who your Jesus Cristo is, Cesar Borgia, man. It's not the Lord. All right? This is the damn devil, man. All right? Go ahead.
It says, therefore, wait ye upon me, saith the Lord Yahweh, until the day that I rise up to the prey, for my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation.
See, the Lord said he's going to raise up against the nations. Hold on, brother. I thought he was going to save everybody. He's going to save all the nations. For God so loved the world, right? Wrong. The world of Israel, the orderly arrangement. All right? Cosmos. The cosmos of Israel. Orderly arrangement. These people, all right, the elect of them, is going to be saved.
Yep.
All right? That's it.
That's it.
The rest is going to be destroyed. East, that means what? What this guy is, the nationality of this clown is an Edomite. His people are going to be destroyed and put in slavery, along with his people, the Hamites, so-called Africans. You're going to be destroyed and put in slavery.
Cut.
We're going to put you damn Africans in slavery, man.
Yep. Right. It says, for my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy.
You know what indignation means? The Lord said he has indignation, man. Last time I checked, indignation didn't mean happiness, man.
That's right.
It didn't mean pleasing feelings. Like, oh, Hey man, glad to see you, man. That's not indignation. Indignation is I'm gonna kill you, nigga. Alright? Righteous anger, man.
Righteous. That's the purest form of anger.
I'm a kill, and kill means what? Not murder. Alright? There's a difference between killing and murder. The Lord is gonna kill a lot of people, righteously so. Rightfully so. Yeah, bro, let's get it. The Lord is coming to kill. Alright? The Lord is coming to kill, bro.
This is the book of Revelation 1:7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him.
Got it.
And what does that word wail means? When you look up that word wail, it means to make a high-pitched sound of pain, man. All right? That doesn't sound like good news to me, man. All right? That doesn't sound like Jesus Christ.
Right.
Okay, that the church
Right.
was talking about, oh, are you saved? That doesn't sound like people's gonna be saved, man. All right? That doesn't sound like the Jesus Christ that loves everybody, man. That sounds like a fierce warrior that's mad.
That's right.
All right? For all the wickedness that's going on, man. Don't you know that the whole earth is groaning up to this day, man? Because these people of the earth are murdering the earth, destroying the sea, destroying the animals, destroying the air, and destroying God's jewels, man. The Lord's tired of this shit. And he's getting ready to destroy this place, man. America, which is Babylon, man. And the people in it. The only people that's gonna be left is the elect, man. Everybody here is gonna be destroyed by what you people call UFOs and missiles. How about that? All right? The things that people call UFOs, guess what? You so-called white people, you Edomites, that's your curse, man. And you so-called niggas and sticks and tatos, man. But you don't want to freaking believe it, that this is your salvation, man. You people don't want to believe because we look like losers to y'all, man. We know what it is, all right? We don't got the fresh
all right.
cuts.
That's all right.
All right? We don't got the fresh shape-ups, the fresh cuts, all right?
You don't got that worldly look.
We don't got that worldly look. All right, we don't got the worldly ambitions.
Right.
To hell with this fucking world,
We're
man.
not appealing. We're not appealing to the world. And you look, and when you understand it, read that scripture.
This is Exodus chapter 22, verse 24. And my wrath shall wax hot.
The Lord said, "My wrath is going to wax hot," and this is what the Lord said to the Israelites in the ancient world. I believe in the chapter, if I'm not mistaken, my memory serves me correct. To the effect, the Lord was telling Israel that if they don't, pretty much obey what He says, all right, concerning, the Sabbaths and how you should deal with the manna, right?
Yep.
Dealing with the manna and all of that, all right, because Jake was going out there on the Sabbath looking for manna. When the Lord gave him a double portion of manna, and they had enough, Jake would still go out there and look for manna. And the Lord said, "You ain't supposed. You got enough manna.
Exactly.
The hell, you breaking the Sabbath by trying to go and pick manna. All right?
And then that's to have no faith. How'd you get the man in the first place?
Hey,
You don't think the Lord?
That's right. But that's the context that it's dealing with. The Lord is dealing with Israelites when He said this. Read that.
And my wrath shall wax hot, and I will kill you with the sword.
See that? The Lord said, that's the spirit. The Lord's coming to kill. Because it happened before and it's going to happen again on a major scale.
Right.
But
And I will kill you with the sword, and your wives shall be widows, and your children fatherless.
yeah, and instead of the wilderness, it's going to be America.
Yeah, that's not
All right? That judgment that came upon Israel for them 40 years. All right? Because the Lord, you read it, man. The Lord killed off a whole generation of Jacob.
Yep.
Because that's how rebellious they was.
Because of their unbelief.
Because of their unbelief and their rebellious. The rebellion.
Yep. I got something.
Yeah, real quick. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 25, verse 33. And the slain of the Lord Yahweh shall be at that day from one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth.
It said that the slain of the Lord, meaning the ones that's going to get killed by the Lord.
Yep. Yep.
Read that again in case they didn't get it.
And the slain of the Lord Yahweh shall be at that day from one end of the earth
One end of the earth, the eastern hemisphere, go ahead,
even unto the other end of the earth.
into the other end, the uttermost part of the earth, the western hemisphere, go ahead.
They shall not be lamented,
They shall not be cried for, they shall not be boo-hooed for,
neither gathered nor buried They shall
There ain't
be.
gonna be no funerals or processions, no wakes, and no memorials
None of that.
for you damn rebellious ass niggas and you Edomites and you other nations. Because it said one end of the earth to the other end. That means the entire world is gonna catch it. See? Go ahead.
They shall be dung upon the ground.
And that's why we want Yahweh Bashim Yahushua to deliver us.
Yeah, man.
Because we know the terror of the Lord. We know the terror of the Lord. I mean, look at cargo slave ships. You know, look at how great of evils that came upon our people. Look at how we fell away. Look at how the Spirit of the Lord totally left us for a long time.
To the point where we didn't even know that
We
we were
didn't know who
Israelites.
we were, man. That's terrible, man.
All the captivities, we knew that we were Israelites. Yo,
Except this one.
man.
That's terrible, man.
That's some scary stuff.
We want to be delivered from these things that's coming, man. You know, because the Lord just said it. It says it right here in the scriptures. The dead of the Lord, the slain of the Lord is going to be from one end of the earth to the other, bro. That's mass carnage.
I got something real quick. This is juicy. This is Jeremiah 9:5. And they will deceive everyone. This talking about 2/3, man. This talking about our people. And they will deceive everyone his neighbor and will not speak the truth. They have taught their tongue to speak lies and weary themselves. Okay, gotcha. This is Jeremiah 9:4. Take heed every one of his neighbor.
Right, and that meant, that's all right, brother, that's all right. And that meant what? Your people. It's a law, right? Thou shalt not have hatred in thy heart toward thy neighbor. That was the Most High talking to who? Israelites. You see? Your neighbor, like, for example, the neighbor of Judah is Benjamin, and so on and so forth. The neighbor of Benjamin is Levi. The neighbor of Levi is Simeon. The neighbor of Simeon is Zebulun. The neighbor of Zebulun is Ephraim. The neighbor of Ephraim is Manasseh. The neighbor of Manasseh is Gad. The neighbor of Gad is Reuben. The neighbor of Reuben is Naphtali. The neighbor of Naphtali is Asher. And the neighbor of Asher is Issachar. All the 12 tribes, those are your neighbors. Those are your brothers. Those are your kinfolk. But what did the Lord say?
It says, and trust ye not in any brother.
Take ye heed everyone his neighbor, and what?
And trust ye not in any brother.
Why is that?
Wow.
We can learn from Rehoboam and Jeroboam right there, brother. Right? Those are like spot on examples of what the scripture is saying. Because what happened? The kingdom was split. The Most High split up Israel as a brotherhood, man. The Most High created a southern kingdom and a northern kingdom out of the nation of Israel, out of one kingdom. He created two kingdoms out of one. So there was a curse that came upon Israel, and that's why the Lord said, "Take ye heed, man," because all Israel is what? Not Israel. You had Israelites that would rather worship idols than Yahweh. Why Yahweh shy, bro? Think about this. You have Jakes that will rather. All right, you got niggas, man. I ain't gonna call you Israelites, man. All right, you got niggas that would rather bow down, all right, and have this shrine, all right, in their houses, and look at this as the Lord and Savior than the actual Most High and His Son. See? Take ye heed, everyone his neighbor, man.
And we'll murder you for that image.
And we'll murder you for it, man.
Yeah, crazy.
You see? That's why we gotta really bring these things out.
For real.
That's why the Lord said. That's why the Lord. It's all right. You put it down. That's why the Lord said, "Take heed, everyone his neighbor." Meaning, all of the 12 tribes is going to be jacked up. Curse is going to fall upon you. You know, your eyes going to be evil towards your brother, and so on and so forth, man. Go ahead,
That's why I just wanted to add on to what you were saying. Scripture in the book of Sirach, it says, lay hand and no man suddenly. Because you can't just trust anybody.
No, that's what it's coming. That's what it came down to. Because that's why we always talk about the elect.
Always.
That's all we always talk about, the elect. Every other word out of our mouth is the elect, bro. Because rebellious. The scriptures speak about the rebellious house of Israel and the remnant of Israel.
Can I read this
Yeah.
off the shot real quick?
All right, go.
This is Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 26.
You know what? For the sake of order,
Yeah, because I want, yeah.
finish
It
that
says,
out.
for every brother will utterly supplant, and every neighbor will walk with slanders.
Every brother will utterly supplant. Brother, what does Jacob mean?
To supplant.
Supplanter. So niggas became wicked, made supplanting a wicked thing, man. They serve their own heart's lust, man. Just to be wicked as hell. You know what I'm saying? They you my brother and all of that, but meanwhile they gonna fucking stab you in the back.
Yep. Trying to fuck your baby.
Pretty much they come in the spirit of Cain. And the scriptures speak about them. In the book of Jude, they went in the way of Cain. 2/3 are in the way of Cain. The rebellious house is in the way of Cain. Think about that. Cain murdered his brother Abel.
Yep.
What made him that seed of the wicked? That murdering his brother. So mainly, a lot of Jake will murder your ass.
Yahweh Shai told Israelites, spoke to Israelite Pharisees, you are the father, you are of the father, the devil. The devil's the Edomites, but you speaking of Jakes.
The seed of Cain.
The seed of Cain. Just want to,
Nah, brother.
add on to your point.
Bring it out.
All right.
Bring it out again. See, because we gotta go deep.
Yep. It says, and every neighbor will oh no, you go back. It says, it will not, and they, this is 5, and they would deceive everyone his neighbor.
They will what?
And would deceive everyone his neighbor.
Deceive, man. You know what I'm saying? You got guys out there claiming that they are Hebrew Israelite leaders, which they don't even go out on the highways and hedges like they're supposed to. They don't sacrifice for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai like the Lord required. Yeah, they don't put up, videos, and if they do put up videos, they put up videos that they did months ago, acting like they still out there. That's what that dude at Shar did, man. I caught that. In the spirit. He put up a video like,
Have you seen it? He
like
did
a
a lot
month
too.
ago,
Yeah.
like a month ago on YouTube that before COVID-19 hit. I think you sent me that video, right?
No, it wasn't me,
Okay.
but I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm saying? He's another guy that comes off to me.
It shows the subways, like they preaching the subways, and
And not for nothing, Ashar, all right? Seen you personally 2 times. The Spirit had me run into you 2 times, and you never even said a shalom to me, bro. And I've looked at you like,
wow.
you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is up with this guy, man? Aren't you supposed to be a fellow Israelite brother? What you looking at? Why you can't say shalom or nothing, man? Hey, man, you got a lot of fake ass dudes out there, man.
Ass niggas,
Go
man.
ahead.
It says, check this out. It says, and wearied themselves to commit iniquity.
They weary themselves to commit iniquity, man. See, this is the mindset that the rebellious house is in. Like I said earlier, through the Spirit. A lot of niggas would rather worship idols, all right, and follow the ways of the nations than follow Yahweh. They'll rather follow this damn Edomite. They'll rather follow the damn Hamites. They'll follow the damn Ishmaelites, rather than do right by their power, by their God, who is the God,
the only God.
the living God.
Right.
Go ahead, Ak.
It says, almost done. It says, that habitation is in the midst of deceit. Yo, the Lord said, thine habitation. What's the Lord's habitation? The children of Israel is in the midst of deceit. It says, look, it says, thy habitation is in the midst of deceit. Through deceit they refuse to know me, saith the Lord. So look what the Lord says he's going to do. This is the kicker. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh of armies, behold, I will melt them. Yo, I got to read that again.
Yeah, please.
Yo,
I'm gonna give you the visual too.
This is what I had to
give you the
finish.
visual, man.
Yo, this is Jeremiah 9 and 7. Matter of fact, I can go with 6. Thine habitation is in the midst of deceit, you so-called black Native Americans. Through deceit, they refuse to know me, saith Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh of armies, behold, I will melt them and try them. For how shall I do for the daughter of my people?
You're gonna catch missiles.
Yo, man.
Most High got missiles with niggas' names on it. In other words, because like I said earlier, through the Spirit, you're gonna take one of these. No. You're gonna take one of these, and then you're gonna catch one of these. See how that works? That's some fervent heat. Go ahead, huh?
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 22, verse 17. And the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, the house of Israel is to me become dross.
The house of Israel unto me has become dross. All right? When you look at that word dross, Baba Shah? Dross. I don't want to, misinterpret the word. I know dross is something that's like the residue
of like the gold.
Yeah, but I want to
Get the
get
perfect,
I
yeah.
want to get the right definition.
Dross, nung, the scum or unwanted material.
The scum.
Damn.
The what?
The scum or unwanted material.
Oh, unwanted
Material,
The
bro.
Lord don't want you niggas. Go ahead.
That's scary, brother.
Yeah, brother.
That's fucking,
Go ahead.
That forms on the surface of molten metal.
That forms on the surface of molten metal, right? And that's what you niggas are, man. You become, like the scriptures say, reprobate silver. Damn.
It says waste or foreign matter, impurity.
Waste or foreign matter, impurity, man. Your spirits are not pure, man. Your spirits are defiled. Your spirits are defiled with what? Christianity. Right? Your spirits are defiled with Buddhism.
Yep.
You got niggas that's right. The African centricity, Kemet. All right. What else, brother? What else they spirits are defiled
Look,
with?
tell you the truth, you got Jason, an atheist now, man.
Right. The spirits are defiled with Gnosticism, atheism, homosexuality, lesbianism, transgenderism. That's right. That's that dross, man. Go ahead, Al.
It says the house of Israel is to me become dross. All they are brass and tin and iron and lead in the midst of the furnace.
Right. Brass, tin, iron, and lead. All what? All non-valuable metals. Because the Lord said in Lamentations, how have the precious sons of Zion, comparable to fine gold, become like earthen pictures? No value. Right? Your value is shot. Okay? You have fallen into the lot of the heathen. They fall into the lot of the nations.
Right.
You fallen into the lot of an Edomite in the eyes of the Most High. A bastard. Bunch of bastards. That's right, brother. And I did a lesson on that. Lord willing, we going to bring out who the bastard is. Deuteronomy 23 and 2. Zechariah 9 and 6. Then you get Hebrews 12. It says, how does it go? About a bastard. Okay, therefore you are not sons, but you're bastards. Right. Yeah.
It says they are even the dross of silver. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because ye are all become dross, behold, therefore I will gather you into the midst of Jerusalem, as they gather silver and brass and iron and lead and tin into the midst of the furnace, to blow the fire upon it, to melt it.
That's America. America's gonna be that furnace, bro. That's where Jake is at. That's where Jake, majority of Jake, is gonna catch that judgment. Right?
To melt it, so will I gather you in mine anger and in my fury, and I will leave you there and melt you.
Oh, right there. I will leave you there and melt you. Right? Go ahead.
Yea, I will gather you and blow upon you.
I will gather you in what?
And blow upon you.
Yeah, by a fire that shall not be blown. Blow upon you with what? All right? With these missiles. Go ahead.
It says, and blow upon you in the fire of my wrath, and ye shall be melted in the midst thereof.
Oh, it said the fire of my wrath, and ye shall be melted in the midst thereof, man. Hey, Go ahead.
As silver is melted in the midst of the furnace, so shall ye be melted in the midst thereof, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh, that I, the Lord Yahweh, have poured out my fury upon you.
That's it. All right. So this is what's coming unto the rebellious house of Israel, man. Okay. Now, being that that's such, you are in the eyes of the Lord bastards. The Lord has disowned you spiritually, right? You've been disowned because who do you look up into what as being your God and your power? You look up into stocks of wood and stone. You look up into idols and graven images as being your God. Therefore, you become reduced to what those idols are. Nothing. They can't see, can't breathe, can't taste, can't smell. They're not living. They're inanimate objects. They can't even save them damn self. Even account in the history about the temple of Dagon, when they put the Ark of the Covenant right in the temple of Dagon. Dagon fell on his damn face and broke his neck off and his 2 arms and his feet off. All right, and them damn Hamites was confounded, man, and they wanted to get the Ark of the Covenant away from them, and they kept sending the Ark all over the place, and the Lord sent hemorrhoids on them niggas.
He did.
Lord sent hemorrhoids on them, man. Had the Hamites jacked up.
Who says the Lord don't have a personality, man? The Lord got a personality. Look at that, yo.
You know, that's what the Lord is going to do to a lot of you rebellious ass niggas, man. All right, you a bastard. Let's get that real quick.
Deuteronomy chapter 20.
Yeah, you become bastards, 23 and 2.
23 verse 2. A bastard shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord Yahweh.
Now get Zechariah 9 and 6.
Yep, this is Zechariah 9 and 6. And a bastard shall not dwell in Ashdod.
What is a bastard? A fatherless child. All right, one that is rejected from the father. One that's you can say illegitimate. That the father does not claim. Well, it's not Esau technically illegitimate? Absolutely. His power wasn't the Most High. His power was Satan. His power is sin. Because he's Cain. Right? Didn't the Most High say to Cain in the garden, you give unto sin, you gonna serve it? And he did. That was his lot. So and it said a bastard shall what?
Shall dwell in Ashdod.
Look up Ashdod. You can actually look up Ashdod. That's the ancient world saying ancient world geographic area of Tel Aviv. All right. The book of the Apocrypha calls it Azotus. Tel Aviv, Ashdod. Who's dwelling over there in Tel Aviv? Israel.
Rats.
Those damn rats. Them Edomites. The Amalekites in particular, man. The scumbags, man. Imposters. So, who's this bastard? Go to Hebrews 12.
This is Hebrews 12. And what is
12 and
16.
yeah, 8.
8, 12, 8, okay. This is Hebrews 12 and 8. But if ye be without chastisement,
Which came upon what? Us, Israel, the sons of God, the sons of the Most High. Go ahead.
whereof all are partakers.
Yeah, we went into slavery, we lost our identity. All right, we're under these curses. All right, but the Lord, that's a form of chastisement that the Lord loves us. All right, but what? Look at the so-called white man.
Yeah.
He's ruling the world, and he's guided by what? None but violence, robbery, rape, and murder, lying, deceit. Right? All kinds of atrocities. You know. So is he being chastised for that? No, he's not being chastised at all. He owns over 2/3 of the world's wealth. He runs the most lucrative corporations in the entire damn world. His people got trillions of dollars. They got so much damn money, you can't really even put a number on it.
They make the money.
They make the damn money. They own the Federal Reserve. They own the IMF. What kind of chastisement is that? The scriptures say that in Revelations 2, right? I know thy works in poverty,
Yeah.
and tribulation.
And tribulation, man.
That's chastisement that came upon who?
Israel.
Israelites, man. That's why we under these curses. That's why we went through what we went through. And that's why we cursing out a majority of these niggas too. Because it's because of our disobedience and the iniquity that our people committed that these things happen to us. And that we've been destroyed like we've been destroyed. You know, that we fell away like we fell away. You know? But that's chastisement. That happened unto us. You know? That didn't happen unto the damn Edomites. Look over there in Russia. Them motherfuckers running that shit. Them damn Edomites, they running Russia. Look at Germany. Them devils are running Germany. Look at France. They running France.
Yeah.
Australia running it.
Yep.
Britain running it. Nothing but a bunch of damn devils. Edomites. Yep. 7 heads and 10 horns. That damn beast, man. You go ahead.
It said, oh, it's like,
No, bring it on.
okay. This is Hebrews 12 and 8. Yep. It says, but if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards, and then are ye bastards. Damn. And not sons.
That's it, man. So, hence, understanding the remnant, the elect, and the rebellious house, the 2/3, man. They went in the way of bastards, man. They're in the way of bastards, man. The Lord disowned them, man. That's why what? How do we know this? They cannot get this truth, brother.
Yeah.
They can't get this truth. They can't get it. You know? Never learning and never able to come to the truth.
You got preaching?
Yeah, you got it, right?
Yep. It's the book of Genesis 27, and it says, I started on 38. It says, and Esau said unto his father,
Right.
Hast thou but one blessing, my father?
Right.
Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept.
See, Esau, right? Because, you know, that was the son of Isaac, the firstborn son of Isaac. And according to the carnal custom, according to the carnal custom of the ancient world, the firstborn son, gets the inheritance of the father. That was the custom. The first son gets the inheritance. But not in this case. The Most High had a spiritual mark already on this devil. He had that mark of Cain in the womb. You know what I'm saying? So he's asking for a blessing, all right, from his father Isaac. But he's supposed to already be blessed. He's the firstborn. Shows you that's the Most High. The Most High wasn't dealing with him.
I got something real quick.
All right? Let him finish that out.
This is verse 39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth.
See? That's and this is what we're living in. This is I gotta pause, pause.
That's all right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, shalom, my brother. Yeah, how about you, Mishawar Gatah?
I got something real quick, brother.
This is the prophecy. This is the prophecy of what is happening right now on the earth. This is what's happening is regarding Esau right now. He got the fatness of the earth. Hold on, but he sold his birthright. He despised his birthright. His first thought when he couldn't get the blessing, when Isaac said, I ain't got nothing for you, he said, I'm gonna kill Jacob. But he still got a blessing. And look, here we are. You know, centuries later. All right?
So it says, and the dew of the heavens from above.
The best of the best, man.
Yeah. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
See? And that's how the Most High deals with Esau. All right? Like a bastard, man. Like you don't even deserve it. You don't even deserve it, but you'll have the fatness of the earth. You'll have the best of the best. And when the time is gonna come that, you know, the rebellious house of Israel is gonna go off, and you're gonna break off that yoke that they got on your ass, man. All right? And you're gonna come into power. You know? So hey, devil, you got it. You got it, man. But see, the Most High got it to where you can only go so far, man. Job 14:5. Seeing his days are determined, man. All right? And the number of his days is with you, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me get that real quick fast, man. That's cool, bro. Job 14:5. Says, seeing his days are determined. See, your days are determined, but is the rulership of Israel determined? That's right, it's forever, man. All right? But Esau's, the Edomites' rulership is determined, man. You only got so much more time to go. The Most High about to wipe you off this face of the earth, man. All right? He's about to wipe you out of rulership, I should say. All right? Because you got to go into slavery. You got to get recompense for all of the devious, all right, the devious plans that you have, all right, against us. It says the number of his months are with thee. See, your rulership is broken down into months, devil. You know, the Most High gonna give the kingdom of Israel forever, man, and ever, forever and ever. You know. See, in the eyes of the Most High, man, your kingdom is broken down into months. Because, you know, the time frame of the Most High is way shorter, longer, all right, compared to ours, man. It says, thou hast appointed his bounds. And a bound is a boundary, man. You're going to get so far that he cannot pass. See, you're gonna get to this RFID microchip. Yeah. You have to. It's in the book of Revelation. All right? It's part of the prophecy. It's part of the will of the Heavenly Father to bring your ass down. Really? You know what I'm saying? Got it, bro. Yes.
This is the book of Job, chapter 20, verse 5. Excuse me, 20, verse 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth?
Knowest thou not this of old? What's old, man? All right, the days of Adam. All right, the days of the sons of God. Right, the days of Noah before the flood. Right. Go ahead.
That the triumphing of the wicked is short.
The triumphing of the wicked was short, man. You know, Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighboring cities. You know, the Lord destroyed their asses, man. You know what I'm saying? Syria, all right, and the Assyrian kingdom came up. The Assyrian kingdom, all right, came up within the midst of Israel's kingdom being split. They came up into power because the Most High set them up in power by way of Israel going off. Because Israel was in the southern and northern kingdom going off. So the Most High, like he did to Solomon, he raised up an adversary against Israel. He raised up these Assyrians against Israel. He raised up, you know, these Hamites all throughout the book of Judges, different, you know, Moab and Ammon, you know, the days of old, bro. Babylon, Medo-Persia, Rome, Greece. Okay?
It says that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment.
That's the Most High saying that. You know, the Most High saying it's short because in this time frame, a day is 1,000 years. According to the, you know, them kingdoms is short to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Though its excellency mount up to heaven.
Though his excellency what? Mount up to heaven. You got a space station. You know, you got luxury submarines. You got different types of military equipment. All right, all kinds of weaponry. You know, satellites. All right. You're trying to make a space force or some shit?
Yeah,
military, space military force, man. Why? Because you're seeing these so-called UFOs terrorizing your asses, man. Defying the laws of physics. You know what I'm saying? Shooting out tractor beams. You know, appearing, disappearing on the radar. Track them, can't track them. To fight against what? The Lord, man. Right?
It says, and his head reached unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung.
See, though you're doing all this, the Most High gave you this time, devil. This is your blessing going back to Isaac. The fatness of the earth, the dew of heaven, and by thy sword shalt thou rule. Hey, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. Right?
It says, they which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night.
This is how the Most High feels about you Edomites. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, your spirit is not right in you. The brother read it out of right there in Genesis. Right there in Genesis. If you understand the scriptures and how it played out between Jacob and Esau, you'll clearly see that Esau didn't deserve a blessing. You know? Esau didn't deserve a blessing. When he was out in the field, how come he didn't get no game? He came back faint. Most High didn't bless his ass with no game, man. He didn't get nothing. Most High didn't give him nothing.
Last verse, it says, the eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him.
Yeah, what's your place? You being at the top of the world, man. You ruling kingdoms. You ruling America. You ruling Britain. You ruling France, Spain, Germany, all of the main continents. You ruling them. Yeah, you over there. You got maritime admiralty law. You know, that's all Esau's shit, man. Esau set them terms up. All right, he owns the water. You know, air rights. They got a thing called air rights, man. That's why wars start over what? Over places getting bombed. Because you're not supposed to be in the airspace of this place, Iran, or Iran's not supposed to be over here in America's territory, Russia's territory, North Korea, South Korea's, and the South Koreans are with the American government. They're like a damn proxy army. That's all air. That's all air crap, man. But see, you so-called white people, you ain't gonna have this no more. You showed what you had to offer, and that's nothing but death and wickedness, man.
I got something real quick.
Yeah, one of y'all brothers, you know.
This is Luke 10 and 18. And it says, no, it's not. Hold on. This is, the Luke 10 and 18. Here it goes. It says, and he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven.
Right? And Satan, that represents what? The so-called white man. And we can see through the prophecies that they're starting to lose their grip, man. They're starting to lose their power. They're starting to lose their power seat. And that's all done, that's all orchestrated by the Most High, man. Okay? Read that part again.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 10.
Right. I mean, it said Satan. We already know who Satan is, man. If you go into the word Satan, it means adversary. No other nation is more adverse to the Most High's law, statute, commandments than Esau. Okay.
This is Luke chapter 10, verse 18.
Right.
And he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven.
Right, he beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. When lightning strikes, it's fast, man. Sometimes lightning strikes and you don't even see it, man. That's how fast it is. Okay, now we know according to prophecy, Esau is going to have a short window of rulership, but his fall is going to be fast, man. Look how long it took up to build up this great so-called nation America. It said, the Most High says, as lightning, that's how fast he's going to fall, man. Okay, and we see, according to prophecy, that time is approaching right now. Okay?
I got something else.
Go ahead.
This is Job 18 and 14. His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle.
Right, it says his confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle. If you go into the word confidence, it basically means faith, man. Okay, so there's going to be a time where Esau is going to know that, damn, I'm losing it, man. All this shit that's happening, wait, I ain't do that. Hold up, was it them? Is that us? No, that's the Most High, man. It's going to come to a point where you're going to know all the chaos, all the mayhem, all the atrocities. That wasn't in your plans, man. That's why, hell, right now, actually, that's happening right now with all those sightings of those UFOs. Mm-hmm. Those UFOs are showing, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen as much, you know what I'm saying? Those UFOs are showing the Most High's power. That's why you're scared right now. That's why you're pushing for your agenda, man. Revelation 12 and 12. That's why you push for that Space Force. They just released the flag of the Space Force. I believe it was either today or yesterday. Trump was right there with the flag. Yeah, this is a flag for the Space Force. Okay? All right, go ahead, read that.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 12.
Right.
Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and
Right.
ye that dwell in them.
Right?
Woe to the inhabitants of the earth
Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth, right?
and of the sea,
And of the sea,
for the devil is come down unto you,
right?
having great wrath,
Now we know who the devil is. The devil is the so-called white man. The devil is come down upon you with great wrath, right? Read on.
because he knoweth
He knoweth
that he hath but
hath-
a short time.
that for a short time. The Most High knows his window of rulership is closing. That's why he's pushing. That's why he's pushing it. That's why he's pushing his agenda, man. By the end of the year, they want to establish. They want to vaccinate everybody. Okay, because they say their vaccine is getting closer to reality. Right? Yeah. It's warp speed.
HR 666.
Yeah. It's the vaccine is reaching warp speed. Okay, so they said by the end of the year they want to have about 300 million, I believe, 300 million vaccines ready. I believe it's going to be sooner than that, man. All right. I believe it's going to be sooner than that. They might, because look, they said when the coronavirus first happened, they said, oh, the vaccine is going to take 12 to 18 months. But now all of a sudden, they got it in fucking 6 to 8 months? Nah, fuck that. They gon', I believe, my personal belief, right? I think they're going to have it ready. And by the end of the year, that's when they're going to, because the end goal is a microchip, man. So I believe by the end of the year or the beginning of 2021, that's when they're going to start implementing the chip, man. Because it's the vaccines. We already have the fake ass virus, right? After the virus is the vaccines. Then after the vaccines is the microchip. Okay, so Lord willing, okay, they go. The Lord allows them to speed up their plans, man. Okay. You got a little more, right?
That was
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, so this is Job 18 and 14. It says, his confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle.
Right. It says his confidence or his faith shall be rooted out of his tabernacle. Right. Read on.
And it shall bring him to the king of terrors.
And it shall bring him to the king of what? The king of terrors. That's known as the Most High, man. Okay? The Most High is setting up his chess pieces to root you damn devils out of rulership. And it's beautiful, man. Because you actually think a lot of the things that you're doing is part of your plan. But that's part of the Most High's plan, man. Okay? That was it, right? There's more. Go ahead.
It says, and shall dwell in his tabernacle because it is none of his.
Why? Because it is none of his, man. Okay? Really, everything that's going on, you might be praying to Satan 5-6 times a day. The scripture says you wake up daily on your bed with new plans to take down these people on the side. Okay?
Probably 6 times a day.
6 times a day, right? But really, who you pray to,
They worship numbers.
who you pray to answers to the Most High, man. So everything that you're doing, the Most High is directing your steps, right?
Yeah,
What?
brimstone shall be scattered upon his habitation.
Right, read that again.
Brimstone,
That was it. Go ahead, read that.
brimstone
Right.
shall be scattered
Shall be-
upon his
Shall
habitation.
be scattered upon your habitation. Your habitation is what? Here in America. What your primary habitation is here in America. Really, your habitation is the whole earth. But this main habitation here in America, known as the North Country, the Most High is gonna what? Read that part.
Brimstone shall be scattered upon his
He's
habitation.
gonna rain this place, America, with brimstone, man. Brimstone is what? I'm holding up the sign. Those thermonuclear ICBM missiles. The Most High is gonna allow this place to get rained on. Okay? With thermonuclear missiles. And not one missile is gonna miss, man. It says that in Joel, the 2nd chapter. Every missile is gonna hit this place, America. Kabooey. All right, bye-bye America, right? Go ahead.
Okay. 16. His roots shall be dried up beneath, and above shall his branch be cut off. It says, his remembrance shall perish from the earth,
Right.
and he shall have no name in the street.
His remembrance shall perish from the earth, and he shall have no name in the street, man. His remembrance, what? Because after you serve your time under captivity, you're gonna take part in your true prophecy of your own damn self, your Holocaust. After 1,000 years of Holocaust slavery, then you're gonna have a Holocaust, which is what a holy burnt, man. Then you're gonna we through the Spirit, we're gonna gather your ass, throw your ass in the pit. I'm talking you, Edom, okay? Then you'll be gathered in the pit, and you will have a true Holocaust. Okay, you got something? Right.
Psalms 11 and 6. Psalms chapter 11 verse 6. Upon the wicked he shall rain snares.
Right, upon the wicked, we already knew. We already know who the wicked is. Yes, we do have wicked amongst you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Right, we already know. But the wicked is referring to the so-called white man.
Right.
Okay, read that part again.
Upon the wicked
Right,
he shall rain snares.
he shall rain snares, man. And what are those snares in that scripture? Those snares are those is America's destruction. Those ICBM nuclear missiles, man. And they're gonna come in the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, and none shall miss. They shall rain snares upon Edom, right? We know it. Upon the wicked, right? We know it.
Fire and brimstone.
Fire and brimstone, man. In case one says, well, I ain't really, you know, that's not the missiles, though.
Yeah, right.
Snares. It says right there.
Right.
Right.
Fire
See that? Fire
and brimstone.
And what? And brimstone, man. You can't get around that, man. You can't get around that one. Okay?
I mean, real quick, bro, just like you said, you can't get around it. Well, people got the concept of hell being just a lake of fire, a pit of fire, where it's just fire. But like the elder brother just emphasized, fire and brimstone, which comes from where? The sky, from the heavens. You know what I'm saying? Which defeat the whole, kill the whole lake, just a fucking lake just there. No lake of fire just there.
Yeah. Because look, that's how the same way America is gonna get taken out is the same way Sodom, Gomorrah, and the neighboring cities got taken out. By what? Fire and brimstone, man. Right. Okay, so really, Sodom, Gomorrah, and those neighboring cities were what? They were it says it. They were an example. They were an example of what's gonna happen if you defy the Most High. Okay, Sodom, Gomorrah was an example of that what? That fire and brimstone. Now it tells you that you can't even find that area on a map, man. Now they know
they just call it the cities of the plains.
Yeah, they try to be real slick with it.
You know, and they say that it's buried. It's more than likely buried under the Dead Sea. All right, because that sea is full of salt. It's inhabitable.
Right.
So they couldn't even see the ruins if they wanted to.
And the same thing is going to happen to America. You will not be able to see what from Basra to it says what? It says from Basra to from one part of America to the other part. You're not going to be able to tell what's what, man.
No, yeah.
You know? Yeah. You ain't gonna know what. Oh, see, well, that's where you see this line right here. That's where Canada was.
Right,
no, this section was Canada. No, you ain't gonna see that. This is Mexico right here. No, you ain't gonna be. You're not gonna be able to see that, man. America is gonna be totally obliterated. It says it's gonna be desolate, man. If you go into the word desolate, it means what? Empty. Okay. Excuse me.
Right here.
Okay.
It says fire and brimstone,
Right.
and a horrible tempest.
And a horrible tempest, man.
Nuclear winter.
Okay. A horrible tempest. Horrible. Go ahead.
And it says, this shall be the portion of their cup.
This shall be the portion of their cup. That's part of their cup that Esau is going to drink down to the dregs, man. I just spoke you. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
This is the book of Psalms. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 75, verse 8. For in the hand of the Lord Yahweh there is a cup, and the wine is red.
Right?
it is full of mixture,
Right.
and he poured out the same.
Right?
But the dregs of all the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them.
All the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them, man. Get me Jeremiah 49 and 12. Okay? Because we took her that drunk, man.
Yeah.
The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, we took up that drink, the dregs. But now it's your turn, Esau. It's your turn, the other nations.
Right.
Okay? So you're gonna drink, and you're gonna drink it down.
I got it.
Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah 49 and 12. For thus saith the Lord, behold,
Right?
they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunk it.
Right, and the ones that were not to drink of that cup or that atrocity or that slavery or that pain and punishment was none other than you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. We were not supposed to drink of that cup of slavery, of that cup of torment. Why? Because it tells you in the book of Deuteronomy, if we follow the law, statutes, and commandments, we'll be perfect, man. But the Most High had it where we went off, and then we had to drink of that cup. But we weren't supposed to drink of that cup. Why? Because we are the Lord's chosen people. We are a special people, peculiar and different from all you other heathens, man. Why? Because the Most High gave us laws, statutes, and commandments. Right?
Yep.
All right. So read that from the top again. Yeah.
This is Jeremiah 49 and 12.
Yep.
For thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunk it.
Right.
And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished?
Right. Art thou he, you so-called the so-called white man and the other nations? Art thou he? We're really speaking about Edom right now, in that scripture. But all you other nations are going to get it too. But the number one nation on the Most High hit list is you damn Edomites. All right. So read that last part again.
It says, art thou he
Right.
that shall altogether go unpunished?
Right. Art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Go ahead. Read
Thou
that.
shalt not go unpunished,
Thou shalt not go unpunished. Right.
but thou shalt surely
Drink
of it.
Thou shalt surely. You went deep for that one, brother. Thou shalt surely drink of it, man. Right? It tells you in Psalms, you shall drink it down to the dregs, man. You got something else?
I got something.
All right, hold on.
It's like a real quick.
Go ahead.
For 13. For I have sworn by myself, saith Yahweh by Shem Shai,
Right?
that Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be a perpetual waste.
Right, and Basra is a city in Edom, man. It's a city where the Edomites dwell. Okay? And that represents what? Here in America. You should not know where one nation land. It says what? The line of confusion, man. The Most High is really going to do a number to you Edomites, man. That's right. Okay? That was it, right? All right, read what you said.
Jeremiah chapter 25, verse 15.
Right.
But thus saith the Lord Yahweh, power of Israel, unto me,
Right.
take the wine cup of this fury at my hand.
Right, but just in that first part, it says the power of Israel. It doesn't say the power of the whole world.
Right.
It doesn't say the power of all nations.
Right.
That's why Esau put billions and billions of dollars to keep us away from this Bible, man.
Right.
To keep us away from our true identity, which is Hebrew Israelites. Right? So read it from the top again.
God. Jeremiah chapter 25, verse 15.
Right.
But thus saith the Lord Yahweh, power of Israel,
Right.
unto me, take the wine cup of this fury at my hand,
Uh-huh.
and cause all the nations to whom I send thee to drink it.
Right. To whom I send to drink it, man. And that's all the nations, man. The number one, like I said, the number one nation on the Most High's hit list is Edom. Okay? Go ahead, read on.
And they shall drink,
And they shall drink, right? Read on.
and be moved,
And be moved,
and be mad.
and be mad. They're going to be mad, but it don't matter. This is your judgment, man. This is your cup. We drunk it. We didn't like it. But guess what? We drunk it. And the Most High is going to make you drink it, man. Go ahead.
Because of the sword
Because of the sword, right? Read on.
that I will send among them,
Right?
then took I the cup at the Lord's Yahweh's hand, and made all the nations to drink, unto whom the Lord Yahweh sent me.
Right. It made all the what?
All
Read
the
down.
nations.
All the nations, right? Read on.
To drink
To drink of it, man. all you nations are going to drink of it, right? Read on.
unto whom the Lord Yahweh had sent me.
Right. And that's all the nations, man. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 27. Therefore thou shalt say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, the power of Israel,
Right?
drink ye,
Mhm.
and be drunken,
Mhm.
and spew, and fall, and rise no more,
Right?
because of the sword that I will send among you.
Right. We can't. So the Most High is not going to allow you other nations to rise anymore, man. All the other nations, if you go through history, you had your time of rulership already. Okay, but now it's our turn now, pursuing 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, man. It's
Right.
our turn. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. It's our turn for rulership under the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Go ahead.
And it shall be,
Right?
if they refuse to take the cup at thine hand to drink,
Uh-huh.
then shalt thou say unto them,
Uh-huh.
thus saith the Lord Yahweh of
Right.
hosts, ye shall certainly drink.
You should certainly drink. So there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're going to take of that cup. You got Deuteronomy? That was it, right?
Right, it's a promise.
Oh, there you go. It's a promise, man.
Promise, God.
Promise is something that's going to happen, man. By the Most High. The Most High is not a man that what? He shall lie. Anything that the Most High says happens. Okay? Read.
This is Deuteronomy 37. And Yahweh, thy power, will put all these curses upon thy enemies.
Right, so the Most High is going to put all these curses. Where is it? Do we have a nation? Do we have a nation sign or no? Nah, so pretty, right? All the nations are going to what? They're going to drink of those curses.
Yep.
Man, read that part again.
This
Read
is-
that whole thing, yeah.
Okay, okay.
Go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy 37.
Right?
And Yahweh, thy power,
Right.
will put all these curses
All-
upon thy enemies.
All these curses upon the enemy. So that's showing you that the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you have enemies, man. That's one thing I give Esau and the other nations, really Esau. But if I were to, I'm about to cause some controversy, right? if I were to give Esau any credit, they know who their enemy is, man.
Yeah, come.
All right, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you don't know who your enemy is, man. And you, despite him showing you every motherfucking day, excuse my Swahili, okay? Esau, the Edomites, they show you, they don't like you, man. They hate you.
That's right.
All right, so if I want to give Esau any credit, he knows who his enemy is, and he's not afraid to show it.
Right.
Right.
No, she did.
That's a he, bro.
Oh, that's it? Oh, it's not. I ain't I thought that was a shoe.
Jumping that car, man. Jumping that car, man. Oh, go ahead, read. Who's reading? Well, read that
One more
part
time.
again.
This is Deuteronomy 37. And the Lord, thy power, will put all these curses
Right.
upon thy
And
enemies.
the curses, we already went through curses. Those curses represent all the curses that were placed upon you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. The curses that was placed upon you Israelites. So the Most High is going to allow all those curses to cleave onto the other nations now. Right? Go ahead.
And it says, and on them that hate thee.
And-
It says, put all these curses upon thy enemies,
Right.
and on them that hate thee.
And on them that hate thee, man. Okay? And that's all the nations. All the nations, they show you they don't like you niggas, man. And you spicks and you Uncle Tomahawks.
That's right.
Okay? So that's all the nations, man. All the heathens. All the Gentiles. The Most High is gonna allow those curses to be placed upon them now. Go ahead.
Which persecuted thee.
Which persecuted thee, man. And it tells you in Isaiah 14th chapter, the ones that persecuted us, we're gonna persecute them. Okay, if you want to get
Jeremiah 30:16.
yeah, get that. Get that.
first. I get that.
When y'all get that and get Isaiah 14. Get Jeremiah, get Isaiah 14. Okay? So right now we're approaching a time of payback, man. When the Lord returns, it's payback time, man. He's gonna set forth, he's gonna come back to establish or set forth his judgment, man. And he got a laundry list. Okay? The Most High, the Most High is gonna send Yahweh Shai, who you call Jesus Christ. He's gonna come down with a hit list. I don't get you, I'm gonna get you. You get the two that stabbed me. Okay? Hey man, the Lord's not playing. There's gonna be a lot of blood on the Lord's hands, man. Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah
30 and 16.
30 and 16. Therefore, all they that that devour thee.
All they. Hold on, read that again. It didn't say some of y'all or all of y'all. Read that again.
Yep. This is Jeremiah 30:16.
Right?
Therefore, all they that devour thee.
All they that devoured thee. Who devoured you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans? All the nations, man. Okay? We were under subjection under every nation under the sun. So the Most High is going to allow what? All of them to be paid back, man. Read that part again.
Yep, this is Jeremiah 30:16.
Right.
Therefore, all they that devour thee
Right.
shall be devoured.
Shall be devoured, man. The Most High is going to allow us to devour those that devoured us, right? Read on.
And all thine adversaries,
All thy adversaries, right? Read on.
every one of them,
Every one of them. You see, the Most High, when the scriptures are repetitive, man, just so you can swivel your slimy ass out of there, man. Well, you know, you didn't say no. Read that again, man.
Yep. It says, and all thine adversaries,
Right?
every one of them,
Every one of them, right?
shall go into captivity,
Shall go into captivity, man. Read on.
and they that spoil thee
They that spoiled thee, right? Read on.
shall be a spoil.
Shall be a spoil, man. Pay back. Pay back, right? Read on.
And all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
So that's all the nations, man. That's all the nations. Why? Because each and every one of those nations on the table on the nation sign, they all prey upon you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. They're the ones that go in your hoods and open up businesses, man, and feed you shit. They open up the Chinese spots, the laundry mats, okay? And if you're short 1 penny, no. $5. You know what I'm saying? So the Most High is gonna have judgment. What's that in James?
Judgment without
Get that?
mercy.
Judgment without mercy, man.
It says 17, for I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, because they call thee an outcast,
Right.
saying, this is Zion, who no man seeketh after.
Right, and that's what they do when they speak about us, man. They see us and be like, look, man, fuck them, fuck the Israelites, man. We done took them over, man. The Most High is not with them anymore. Fuck them. But we're gonna get that power and respect back through the glory and grace and promise of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, right?
That's right.
Go ahead.
No, bro. Real quick, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 41, verse 11. Behold, all they that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded.
Hold on. Read that again.
Behold,
Read that again. Go ahead.
behold, all they that were incensed against thee.
All they, man. All of them, right? Read on.
Yep. It says, shall be ashamed and confounded, and they shall be as nothing, and they that strive with thee shall perish. Thou shalt seek them and shalt not find them, even them that contended with thee. They that war against thee shall be as nothing, and as a thing of naught.
Right, and does not the Most High consider the other nations as nothing, as spittle? Okay? It says, ye that contended, yeah, read that, what was that? What was that, brother?
Isaiah 41:11.
Isaiah 41:11.
Yeah.
Does not the Most High say, they that confounded thee, or Matthew, read that again.
Right. Isaiah 41:11.
Right.
Behold, all they that were incensed. Get that word.
I got you. The definition of a sense, it says, is to be beyond mad. It's how you feel.
Ezekiel 35.
Yo, bro.
Beyond mad, bro.
Beyond mad.
Not even mad, but
Yo,
hey, what's who said they help forward our affliction?
Ezekiel 35.
Yeah, oh, you said that right.
it says,
Hey man, yeah, bro.
to be incensed is to be beyond mad. It's how you feel when fighting with this. It says very angry and raged. I was absolutely incensed.
Wow. So let's read that again. Put it in context.
Kind of hate.
Isaiah 41:11. It says, behold, all they that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded.
Yep.
They shall be as nothing, and they that strive with thee shall perish. Thou shalt seek them and shalt not find them. Even them that contended with thee, they that war against thee shall be as nothing, and as a thing of naught. Yo, you so dumb, bro. You so
Go ahead. That affect you, bro?
Zechariah chapter 1, verse 15. I am very sore displeased with the heathens that are at ease. He's being incensed beyond mad, that deep hatred, that deep envy that you got for us as a nation of Israel. The Lord said he's very sore displeased with the heathen. Esau, Ham, Ishmael, Moab, Ammon, all right? And the rest of them damn heathens that forwarded that helped put us in this situation, that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction.
Got a precept to that right there, brother. The book of Luke, chapter 16, and I'll start at 20. It says, and there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at his gate, full of sores, and desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores. You know?
Right. Yeah, the dogs came and licked their sores, man. That goes back to, I believe that's in the curses too. Right? The other nations are going to take advantage of our downfall, man. Okay? They're going to open up businesses in our neighborhoods, you know, when we should be the ones having those businesses. But we understand we're under Esau's establishment, under his, you know, right now, you Israelites, we're on the bottom of the totem pole, man. Okay? All right, so what? They're going to lick our sores, meaning anything, we can't make anything for ourselves, man. And when we do work for ourselves, we got what? It's like a money bag with holes in it, man. It just goes away to more and more in tax, more and more bills, man. Okay?
All right. This is Baruch chapter 4. I'm going to stop with 1. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
Right, and such as leave it shall die, and that's what happened to you Israelites, man.
Yeah.
We didn't follow and keep the laws, statutes, commandments that were given to us. That's why we're in the position that we're in, man. So it tells you that this is the book of life. They that leave it shall what? Read that part again.
Yep. It says, and the law that endureth forever,
Right.
all they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
And such that shall leave it shall die, man. Go ahead, read on.
Turn thee, O Jacob.
Oh, Jacob, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Turn ye, O Jacob,
and take hold of it.
take hold of it. What? This, man, the Bible, the scriptures, your heritage. Right? Go ahead, read on.
Walk in the presence of the light thereof.
Right? And what's the light? The light is found in the laws, statutes, commandments. The light is found in your heritage, man. The Most High said, keep your heritage, man. Walk to the presence of the light, right? You know?
That thou mayest be illuminated.
That thou mayest be illuminated, man. Go ahead, read on.
Give not thine honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange
To
nation.
a strange nation, man.
O Israel, happy are we, for the things that are pleasing to the Most High are made known unto us. Be of good cheer, my people, the memorial of Israel. You were sold to the nations, not for your
You
destruction.
were sold to the nations, right? You were sold. Ooh, I gotta point this. That one, right? You were sold to the nations, right? The other nations, primarily the so-called or he's known as Amalek in the scriptures, right? The so-called white man. We were sold to the nations, right? Read on.
Not for your destruction,
Not for your destruction,
but because ye moved the Most High to wrath.
but you moved the Most High to wrath, man. You didn't follow the laws, statutes, commandments that were given to you, so the Most High gave you up to your enemies. If anybody wants to know why slavery happened, read this, man. That's the answer. You moved the Most High to anger. Right? Read on.
It says you were delivered unto the enemies.
You were delivered unto your enemy. The Most High gave them up to you, man. Right? Because it's the Most High who chooses the superpower, man. And the Most High chose the superpower or the leader of the planet Earth to be Esau right now. Okay, but another time in history, he chose another nation and another nation. But right now, it's the Edomites' turn, which it tells you in Revelation, or is it Job? It's going to be a short season. Job, right? Okay, and we're reaching the end of Esau's rulership. Okay, read on.
For ye have provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils,
Right, by sacrificing unto the devils, man. Right, read on.
and not to the Most High.
And not to the Most High. So why did the Most High give us up to our enemies? Because we didn't follow the last laws, statutes, commandments, and we followed after the gods of the heathens, man. That's your answer. Why we are in the position that we're in. But the good news is we're reaching the end of that, man. We're reaching the end of our punishment. And the scripture says, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. Okay? You got more?
Almost done.
Okay.
For ye provoked him that made you by 8 verse. Ye have forgotten the everlasting power
Right?
that brought you up, and ye have grieved Jerusalem that nursed you.
Right. But we're starting to come back to our remembrance now. The elect at least. Right? The elect are starting to come back to their true heritage. And the ones that come back to the true heritage are the ones that are going to receive salvation. The other two-thirds, the other two-thirds of the nation, you'll get it in the kingdom. It's not your time to get it now. Okay? That was it, right?
I got something real quick.
Go ahead.
This is Proverbs chapter 21, verse 16. It says, the man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding, which the way of understanding is found in these pages right here, man. If you're an Israelite. Okay? If you're an Israelite, and if you want to know about life, if you want to know about history, your history, you got to find, if you want to know about your heritage, you got to look through these pages, man. Okay? But it says, he that walketh out of the way of understanding shall what?
Shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
Shall remain in the congregation of the dead, man. So this is where you find life. In these scriptures, in your heritage, right? What we got?
I got two.
This is Ezekiel, right? Dealing with these the superpowers of Esau, right? This is Ezekiel 35. The whole chapter is good, but I'm gonna go down to 10. Ezekiel 35, verse 10, 9, 8. And I will fill his mountains with slain men, in thy hills, right? Mountains, great government, all right, big governments, right? The main continents, those are mountains. You know, France, Germany, Britain, all right, Russia, all right. And in thy hills, smaller governments. That's the EU, okay. Once again, NATO and the EU. The beasts are the 7 heads and 10 horns. And in thy valleys and in all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword. I will make thee perpetual desolations with an S. See? So the Most High is going to make America a desolation, but he's going to make other places, certain places, desolation, certain cities, other continents. It says desolations. And thy cities shall not return. And you shall know that I am Yahweh, because thou hast said, these two nations, which is the nation of Israel, these two countries, because the kingdom was split, southern and northern, these two countries shall be mine, and we will possess it, whereas the Lord was there. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, I will even do according to thine anger, going back to that incense, and according to thine envy. See?
Oh, envy.
Envy,
Wow.
anger, and according to thine envy, because who has the promise? Who has the promise of everlasting life? Who has the promise of the Lord, of the salvation of the Most High and His Son? Only Israel. It says, which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them, and I will make myself known among them when I have judged thee. It goes on. And thou shalt know that I am Yahweh, and that I have heard all the blasphemies, all thy blasphemies, which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel, saying, They are laid desolate. They are given us to consume. And you made that point earlier, dealing with them, you know, the other nations. You know, we fucked the Israelites. We took them over. We don't give a damn about them. We want them to be under us. Thus, with your mouth have you boasted against me, and have multiplied your words against me. I have heard them. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, when the whole earth rejoices, I will make thee desolate. As thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate, so will I do unto thee. Thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and all Idumea, even all of it. And they shall know that I am Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. That's man.
Let me read this real quick, because it goes with what you're saying, right? Real quick. This is 2nd Esdras 15. 2nd Esdras 15, verse 56. It says, like that, right? It says, like as thou hast done unto my chosen, said the Lord. Now who's the chosen? The chosen is what? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. That's the chosen, okay? Going back to the Hebrew word bakar, which means elect, right? It says, like as thou hast done unto my chosen, said the Lord, even so shall the Most High do unto thee, and shall deliver thee into mischief. Okay, so anything that you did to the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, guess what? The Most High is going to do it unto you, but He's going to do it unto you double.
Right.
The Most High is going to do everything that you did to the nation of Israel, all the slavery, the atrocities, the mental things you did to us. The Most High is going to allow us to do that to you, but pursuing the Revelation, the 18th chapter, double. It says double unto you, right?
Real quick, bro.
Yeah.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28. Now, I'll go straight to the point, 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all nations from one end of the earth. Now, let me start up above. Deuteronomy 28 and 63. And it shall come to pass that as the Lord rejoice over you to do good and multiply you, so the Lord will rejoice over you to destroy you and to bring you to naught. And ye shall be plucked from the land whither thou goest to possess it. And back to what the brothers is getting into, that, hey, the Heavenly Father, because we talking about what Esau did to us. But ultimately, who was the one behind it? It was the Most High. Show you that the Most High controls the so-called white man Esau Edom. All right, this is in the Heavenly Father's program, man. All right. So, and it says, and ye shall be plucked from the land whither thou goest to possess it. So, starting with our mainland, Jerusalem, we got plucked from that land, man. And furthermore, going into the curses even more, when the Israelites they possess the land, most jakes go into foreclosure, or they get kicked out, they get evicted or something. You know what I'm saying? So that curse still follows us to this day. Verse 64 says, and the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth, even unto the other, and there shalt thou serve other gods, which neither thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. And among these nations thou shalt find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy feet have rest. But the Lord shall give thee a trembling heart, and failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind, man. And that's, hey, going back to the Lazarus, you know, we have no ease among these other nations, man. All right, we have no ease among the nations within this land of America. And furthermore, throughout the four corners of the earth where Israel was scattered, Jake don't have no ease. They being persecuted, man. Because no matter how you look, you're always going to go back to the curses, man, if you're Israelite. All right, that was the point. All right. Matter of fact, one more verse. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fare day and night, and shall have no assurance of thy life. You know, and that's Jake in a nutshell, man. You know, praying the Most High to see another day. Yeah, bro.
Yep, this is Jeremiah about the double. Jeremiah 17 and 18. It says, let them be confounded that persecute me, but let not me be confounded. Let them be dismayed, but let not me be dismayed. Bring upon them the day of evil, and destroy them with double destruction. And that's what's going to happen. Just like what the scriptures are speaking about, how the other nations was angry at us and envied us, all right, and try to confound and dismay us. Well,
the Lord is going to bring that upon them double now, man. All right, because we've been destroyed. All right, we the ones that need deliverance. We the ones that need salvation. You know, you heathens don't. You heathens, alongside of Esau, got power. You know what I'm saying? You heathens got seats in the damn UN. You know what I mean? The damn Africans, the Arabs, all right, and all the other heathens. You got power seats alongside of Esau, pursuing the Psalm 83, man. So you devils and you heathens gotta get paid back double. You know? We ain't got shit.
This is Ezekiel chapter 25, verse 12. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, because that Edom had dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and had greatly offended, and revenged himself upon them. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of the Dan shall fall by the sword. It says, and I will lay my vengeance upon Edom.
Oh, so can you read that again, please?
Okay. Ezekiel chapter 25, verse 12.
Yeah.
It says, thus saith the Lord Yahweh,
Listen closely. He's going to talk about a company of nations. Go ahead.
because that Edom had dealt against the house of Judah.
Edom, all right, Idumea, the Edomites, the so-called white man. Go ahead.
Had dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance.
Chattel slavery, plantations, all right, cargo slave ships, auctioning blocks, lynchings, rapings, robbery, murder, castration, all right,
And had greatly offended, and revenged himself upon them. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, I will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from Teman.
I will make it. See, this is the subgroups of Esau. Teman is also an Edomite. Teman is a son of, was a duke of Edom. You go into Genesis, the 35th chapter, or 36th chapter, excuse me. It tells you about the sons of Esau. He had 14 sons, man. All right, Teman was one of them. So those are the what? So-called Germans. Go ahead.
And they of the Dan.
The Dan, those are a company of nations. The Dan goes into the a mixed nation of people that came from Abraham out of Keturah, and also goes into the Africans, the Ethiopians, if it's specific. Because Cush had a son named Dedan, and so did Abraham's son. All right, that came out of Keturah was named Dedan. So it's dealing with a company of nations. Okay. Africans, Arabs, so-called white people. Okay, go ahead.
And they of the Dan shall fall by the sword.
They had the Dan, see? It said specifically the Dan. Why? Because the Dan had a great affiliation with the Edomites in these matters, man. Dealing with the Africans and the different mixed Arab nations, man. Okay? Go ahead.
It says,
In particular, the Ethiopians. All right, in particular, the Ethiopians, man.
okay, and I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger.
And it keeps reiterating and repeating Edom. Why? Because Edom is the wicked. Edom is the so-called white man. All right, Edom is the cursed people of the Heavenly Father, the one that the Most High hates. Edom was actually the brother of Jacob, Esau. Go ahead.
And they shall do in Edom according to mine anger.
So who has the rulership? The Edomites got the rulership, man. Go ahead.
And according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord Jehovah.
See, this is the Lord's vengeance. The Lord said you gonna know his vengeance. That's gonna come by way of, spiritual powers. All right? And all kinds of other ways the Most High can judge you, man. This is what we got to look forward to. Go ahead,
This is Amos chapter 1, verse 11. It says, thus saith the Lord Jehovah, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof.
That's it. Robbery, rape, murder. All right? All the breaking of the law, statutes, and commandments, man. All right? But see, the Lord said 3. If you just committed 3 transgressions, you broke 3 laws, statutes, and commandments, the Most High still wouldn't turn away the punishment. Okay?
Because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. But I will send a fire upon Teman, which shall devour the places of Basel.
Right, it says, I shall send a what? A fire upon Teman, man. That's why, look, from Genesis all the way to Revelation, even in Apocrypha, it speaks about a great destruction, man. But the Most High, he put it in an allegory where you wouldn't be able to tell it unless you have the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai on you. Okay? So when it says, I shall, read that part again.
It says, but I will send a fire upon Teman,
Right?
which shall devour the places of Basra.
Right, and that's speaking about Edom, right? Because you started at verse 10,
Yeah.
Amos 1 and 10. So that's speaking about Edom. Now, if you go into the Bible dictionary, look up Edom, it speaks about a great destruction that should be placed upon Edom, man. Okay? So that's how we know Edom, the nation of Edom, was not done away with yet. Because throughout history, there's no great destruction done by the Most High that's on record. So that's how we know Edom is you damn white people, man. All right? And it says what? A fire. That's how Edom is going to go out. By fire. Okay? You got a precept?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 1. Moreover, the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man,
Right?
set thy face against Mount Seir,
Right?
and prophesy against it.
And prophesy against it, man. Mount Seir represents who? You Edomites, man. Why? Because that's where you dwelt. You dwelt. Your habitation at one point was what? Mount Seir. All right? And if you go into the word seer, it means what? Hairs. Because that's how the area looked. It looked like a bunch of hairs. Okay? Right? So read that part again.
Con.
I shall prophesy against it, right?
Right. It says, set thy face against Mount Seir,
Right.
and prophesy against it.
Right? Prophesy against it. Prophesy the downfall of you Edomites. Right? Continue.
It says, and say unto it,
Right?
Thus saith the Lord Yahweh.
This is for the Most High, man. This is directly because we are what? We are mouthpieces for the Most High, right? Are we not? So the Most High has us in the spirit telling you Edomites that what? Read that part again.
Behold, O Mount Seir,
Right?
I am against thee.
The Most High is against you, man. The Most High is against you, Edom. What's that? In is that Micah? Is that Malachi in the first chapter?
Yeah,
If you want to get that, continue on.
It says, Behold, O Mount Seir,
Right?
I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee.
The Most High is gonna stretch out thine hand against thee, man. What's Jake saying in the street? I'm gonna put hands on you, son. We'll put hands on you. You want to see these hands, right? The Most High is going to put hands on you Edomites by way of thermonuclear destruction. That's the Most High putting his hands on you, right? Continue.
And I will make thee most desolate.
And I will make thee most desolate. Throughout the scriptures, it always refers to making Edom and the habitation of Edom desolate, man. Which, if, like I said, if you go into the word desolate, it means what? To make empty. The Most High is going to make all these trees, these cars, these little fancy buildings, these bridges that Esau worked so hard to put up. The Most High is going to destroy that in less than 1 hour. Okay, continue.
Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred,
Right?
and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel.
And shed the blood of the children of Israel. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, right? Read on.
By the force of the sword.
By the force of the sword, right? Why? Because that was your blessing going back to Genesis, the 27th chapter, I believe, right? Or it was the 25th. The blessing, Esau's blessing being a sword. I believe that's
27.
27, right? Going back to your blessing the sword, right? Read on.
And hast shed the blood of the children of Israel.
Shed the blood of the children of Israel, the innocent blood.
By the force of the sword.
By the force of the sword, right?
In the time of their calamity.
Right?
In the time that their iniquity had an end.
Right. So you furthered the affliction. You went past what you were supposed to do. But the Most High, he's an ultimate strategist. He's gonna kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Even though he sets you up to do that, he's gonna fuck you up anyway. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Read on.
Therefore, as I live, said the Lord
Right?
Yahweh.
Because your punishment is going to be far greater than any other nation. At least the nations are going to be able to come back in the spirit again.
Right.
Esau, you after 1,000 years of hardcore bondage, your ass is done, man. There will be no more nation in Edom. Right? Continue.
I will prepare thee unto blood,
Right?
and blood shall pursue thee.
And blood shall pursue thee. Right? Read on.
Said thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
Right? Since you don't hate blood, since you don't hate bloodshed, because that's all you do. You were just created to shed the blood of all nations. Since you don't despise bloodshed, the Most High is going to allow bloodshed to what? Chase you now. Right? Continue.
Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate.
Most desolate, man. The Most High is going to make what? Mount Seir most desolate. And how's he going to do that? By way of thermonuclear missiles. Whether you want to believe it or not, this is the Most High's weapon. The same technology that took out Sodom and Gomorrah is the same technology that the Most High is going to destroy America. Right? Continue.
And cut off man and cut off from it him that passeth out,
Right.
and him that returneth. And I will fill his mountains with his slain men, in thy hills and in thy valleys, and in all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword.
Right?
I will make thee perpetual desolations, and thy cities shall not return, and ye shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh.
Right, and you damn Edomites, you're gonna know, man. You're gonna know it's of the Most High. Matter of fact, all those chariot sightings that you see, they call it what, the UAPs now, right? All those so-called UAPs that you see, you know it's of the Most High. That's why you're trying to push your agenda, man.
You can hear it if you go back and watch the old videos.
Right? That was it, right? Go ahead. You got something?
Yeah, I got this is Obadiah 1 and verse. I'm gonna start at 18. It says, "And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame."
Right, the house of Jacob a fire, the house of Joseph a flame, man. Okay, does not it tell you in Ezekiel when the Most High compared us or the prophets to fire and those people wood? Does not it compare the nation of Israel as his weapon of war? In Jeremiah, what's that, the 50th chapter, 50 and 19, I believe? I'm not sure, 49, it might be 51, right? Read that part again.
It says, "And the house of Jacob shall be a fire,
Right.
and the house of Joseph a flame,
Right?
and the house of Esau for stubble."
And the house of Esau for stubble, man. The Most High is going to make the house of Esau stubble. And what's stubble? Stubble is something that burns, man. Okay, read on.
It says, "And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining."
He shall kindle into them and what? Devour them. The Most High is continually comparing you Edomites to what? Something that burns or something that gets on fire. There's too many references in the scriptures about fire, man. It tells you in Peter's that what? The first death was water, the second death is fire. Oh, that's that. Damn. Come on, man. You can't get it?
It's
Hold on, you got pizza? Go
Yeah,
ahead,
real
read
quick,
that.
I, this is 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. It says, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise."
Right? And that great noise is what? Let me get my picture here.
handy dandy.
Handy dandy. That great noise is gonna be what? That thermonuclear missiles. Kabooey.
That's right.
200 million missiles, man.
Yeah.
Kabooey. Right? Read that part again.
Yes, sir. It says, "In the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise,
Okay. Great noise, right? Read on.
and the elements shall melt with fervent heat."
The element shall melt. Now, an element is anything, man. The element is these cars,
It's everything.
these trees, these sidewalks, these people. Everything is made of elements, man.
Right.
The table of elements, everything on this planet Earth is made of elements. The Most High said what? The elements shall what?
Melt with fervent heat.
Melt with fervent heat. It tells you in Micah 4:1, the earth shall melt as an oven, right?
Yeah.
Does it not? Right,
Right.
read on.
And it says, "The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up.
Shall be burnt up. The earth and the works that are therein shall be what? Burnt up. All right. Now, as far as the hydrogen, what was that? The fat man and little boy, what was that? Was that hydrogen?
That was atomic
right?
bombs.
It tells you
They
that
got
the
on
air,
there's a video.
once those
Zim.
bombs dropped, the
About-
air was 1,000,000 degrees. They estimated it was 1,000,000 degrees. That's, they say it's the same temperature as the sun. The surface of the sun, 1,000,000 degrees. So that's why you can say, you can imagine
I'm
when it
good.
says
I
in Malachi, the 4th chapter, the earth shall burn as an oven, right? And we're talking about those ancient ovens, man. The ones that get hot. So you put some in there, real quick, flip it and take it out.
Yeah. Can I say something real quick about those missiles? I was actually reading something about nuclear fission. This just before I came to camp, and then went into it. The nuclear fission they use to split those atoms, the nuclei and the nucleus and whatnot to create that energy is the same. It's the same. It's the same way the sun makes its own heat. You see what I'm saying? So it's pretty much the same kind of science, you know? Which that's the Lord, man.
Yeah, you see? And who is the one? Now we know that the Most High created the sun, created the moon, created the stars, and we also know that He created the Smiths that created that technology of the thermonuclear, of nuclear fission.
Wise men and team.
Right, the wise men and team and those Germans. You gotta say something?
There was the Edomite
Right.
by the name of Abraham Esau. Most High had it to where he was the guy that spearheaded the uranium club. A guy, Edomite by the name of Abraham Esau.
Right.
You know? So that's a spirit, man.
Damn.
The guy's not an omen over like hell, bro.
I know further on down his line, he fucking changed his last name. That's what they do.
You
They
actually
change.
Wikipedia the guy.
Yeah.
You can Wikipedia him, bro.
So where's his line? Where's the
He was
family
from Prussia, Germany.
Damn, you see that? You see that?
Yeah, look
so
at
the
that.
Most High created those Smiths, man. And like the brother said, he's the one that spearheaded, and his name was what? Abraham Esau. Oh, y'all. You got something? Go ahead. You got something? Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 9:5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood.
Right, now if you watch all those ancient movies, right? It's hand-to-hand combat, right? The swords, the shield, the buckler, stab a nigga, flip a nigga down, squash a nigga, his blood splatter in your face.
More emotional.
Right?
Those are the ways it's supposed to be.
It's physical. Now, right now, it's not like that anymore. Finish this out, and then we'll get to the brother's article.
Yeah, so it says, and garments rolled in blood,
Right.
but this
this
shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
fuel of fire, meaning this war, and we're in that war right now because they use what? They use drones to bomb now. They don't even send the physical military unless they have to. But right now, what do? They just drop bombs on you, man. Okay? They just drop bombs. So right now, we're already in that time of burning and fuel of fire all those missiles, all those bombs, right?
Yep, this is an article on Wikipedia about Abraham Esau. It says, Robert Abraham Esau was a German physicist. After receipt of his doctorate from the University of Berlin, Esau worked at Telefunken, where he pioneered very high frequency waves used in radar, radio, and television. And he was the president. Let me get the whole thing going here. He was the
And it's funny you said Germany, right? Did you say Teeman?
yeah, Timon.
These men, they're the Lord's the wise men of Teeman. So this I know this old spiritual guy, bro.
He was the president of the. I'm not gonna try to. The Deutscher Telefunken Verband. During he does.
The brother doesn't know German.
During World War I, he was a prisoner of war of the French. He was repatriated to Germany in 1919. In 1925, he was appointed professor at the University of Jena, where he also served as rector. From 1933, Esau was the state counselor in Thuringia. From 1937, Esau was head of the physics section of the newly created Reich Research Council. From 1939, he was professor at the University of Berlin and president of the Reich Physical and Technical Institute. Let me get down to the nitty gritty here.
Probably too late for that now. Anyway. But I wouldn't even fucking trip if this was all that shit with the road. I'll trip for a couple $100.
It goes on, but when I go back to it, it says he was known for German nuclear weapons program.
Oh, yeah.
The wise men and seamen, man. Okay, and it was the Most High that put it in their minds to create those things. Why? Because ultimately, those missiles are the weapons of the Most High.
I think
Right?
the brothers did that shit.
Who was reading?
I got something. This is
We'll go back to Obadiah. Yeah, go back there.
Okay, this is Jeremiah 50:11.
Right.
Make bright the arrows,
Right?
gather the shields.
Right?
Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai has raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes
Right.
for his device against Babylon,
Right.
to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, the vengeance of his temple.
Right. And what? That's those nations. In particular, what the Medes are the Germans, right?
no,
Russia.
Russia, right?
Yeah, Russia.
The Russians, why? Because they are, it makes sense. Why? Because they're the ones, because Germany is part of NATO, right? But Russia, they're on their own thing. And they lead they have the most, they lead, how can I say, I'm trying to say it. They have the most nuclear missiles. Let me just say it.
they have like
clean, right?
Yeah,
They have the most nuclear missiles out of all nations. And that includes America.
Yep.
They have the bulk of the nuclear missiles on the planet, Russia. So yes, the Medes are who? The Russians, man.
Yep.
And it says what? Read that part again.
Yep, it says the Lord.
The Most High, the Lord is gonna what? Move the kings of the Medes. Matter of fact, just read it.
Yep, the Lord hath raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes,
Right.
for his device against Babylon.
Device against who? Who's Babylon? And Babylon is America. Okay?
Ozark, yeah.
And he's
That shit,
moving,
that's
and how is he
shit.
moving the Medes
I watched that whole
to
shit.
do
No,
that?
he's in his fight, right? I just finished season
Russia,
one.
most of their GDP goes into their military.
Oh, that
Okay?
bitch.
I think they're number one as far as a nation that use a high percentage of their GDP of the money that they make into their military.
Russia or Babylon?
No, Russia.
Oh, yeah,
Russia
yeah,
puts
that's
all
right.
their money into their military. That's why they lead they lead in military technology, man. They got all those missiles and Satan
11 o'clock at night.
and all those Mach they can evade. No nation can touch their military might, even America. Okay, read on.
It says, it says 12. Set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon.
Right, set up the standard against who? The walls of Babylon. The walls of Babylon is America, man.
Right.
Babylon is code name for America, right? Read on.
It says,
And walls, the walls that represents what? Their defense.
Yes.
So America, they don't have a defense against their military. Hey, how long? You know, they don't have a defense against Russia. Really against any military weaponry as far as the ICBM missiles. They have a weak defense. Tells you that in Ezekiel 37. Unwalled villages.
Oh, it is.
It's the unwalled village, America, right? Continue.
it says, make the watch strong, set up the watchmen, prepare the ambushes. For the Lord hath both devised and done that which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon.
Right, and what did he speak against the inhabitants of Babylon? The destruction of Babylon. Okay, the Most High spoke about Babylon being destroyed by thermonuclear missiles. That's going to happen, man. He spoke about Babylon being a place of unwalled villages. That happened. They've got a weak defensive infrastructure. Right, go ahead.
This is Isaiah.
Go back to
Oh, it's like
Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 34 and 4.
Right.
And all the host of heaven shall be dissolved,
Right.
and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll.
What scroll is that speaking about? That's speaking about a mushroom cloud. The earth shall be what? Rolled together as a scroll. Do we have one? Is this a missile? Right. I'm sure, but you know, the people, the viewers that be, they know what a mushroom cloud looks like. Okay? They know what a mushroom cloud looks like.
I gotta watch that, bro.
Go ahead, read on.
Yeah, it's like a
It says-
documentary style type thing.
It says here, it says,
It shall
as
be
a,
rolled
together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree.
And all the host represents what? The host represents the military might of the other nations. All of them is gonna fall, right? Go ahead.
It says, for my sword shall be big in heaven.
Right?
Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment.
Right, and the people of the Lord's curse, you just said it in that line, is what? Idumea. Right? You can hold it now, you can block it.
Oh, it's like,
The people of the Lord's curse is what? The Idumeans. Okay? Read on.
It says, the sword, the sword of Yahweh by Shem Shai is filled with blood. It is made fat with the fatness and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of kidneys of rams. For Yahweh by Shem Shai hath the sacrifice in Basra and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
Right, and basically it's comparing the destruction of America to a sacrifice. America is going to be a giant sacrifice onto the Most High.
I want to know so I can bring that.
Why? Because there's going to be a lot of death here in America, right?
Oh, I ain't tell you?
And
That's why I was
it's
gonna
going to
bring
what?
that
It's
to
going
it.
to
I told
burn.
you.
How do you, in the ceremonial laws, how do you give an offering to what? The Most High. You offer to the Most High a burnt ram, a burnt dove, or whatever have you, depending on the specific sin. Okay? The Most High is going to allow everything in this place, America, as a burnt offering, as a sweet. Look, a burnt offering is considered a sweet savior to the Most High. America is going to be, as a whole, is going to be that sweet savior to the Most High. That's why it said, man, if I read that verse again.
okay, we read it again.
Yep, it says, this is Isaiah 34:6. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with the fatness and with the blood of lambs
Blood of lambs, right?
and goats,
And goats, those are two sacrificial animals, right? Read on.
with the fat of the kidneys of rams.
Right. The fat of the kidneys of rams, right? Read on.
For Yahweh hath a sacrifice in Basra.
Right. Basra is a representative, or Basra represents America. Right. Read on.
It says, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
A great slaughter in the land of Idumea. Idumea is a Greek word of saying Edom. We know the major dwelling of Edom is what? America.
This is lucky for your money right now.
Read on.
It says, and the unicorns shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness.
Right. Read on.
For it is the day of Yahweh's vengeance, and the year of recompense for the controversy of Zion.
Right, controversy. So this is a day of recompense, the day of payback. You go into the word recompense. Re is back, compense is payment. This is a payment of the controversy against Zion. Zion goes back to the Hebrew word to Zion, which means a monument. Who is a monument? The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. So it's a controversy against the monument or the Israelites. What's the controversy? All the pain, the atrocities, the slavery, the curses, the cup that we had to endure, that was given to us or forced upon us by the other nations, primarily you Edomites. So this is the year of payback, the year of recompense, right? Go ahead.
It says, and the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land thereof shall become burning pitch. It shall not be quenched night nor day.
It shall not be quenched night nor day. Right, read on.
The smoke thereof shall go up forever. From generation to generation it shall lie waste. None shall pass through it forever and ever.
Right, none is going to pass through the shores or the land of America.
Look at something.
Okay? It's going to be banned. It's just going to be, you're going to look at America at the distance and be like, look, the other nations are going to look at the land of America and be like, look, this is what happens when you come against the Most High and his people. If any nation gets an inkling of a thought, they'll just look back to the east and be like, or the west and be like, you know what, shoot, this is a revolt. I ain't trying, you know? I ain't trying to do that. We already know what happened to the Edomites when they came against the Most High's chosen. We ain't gonna do that. Let me just keep digging for this gold for the king. You know what I'm saying? That was it, right? We're done with that. Yeah, Obadiah.
Back at Obadiah 1 and verse 18. And it says, and there shall be not any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken it.
Yeah, so it's not going to be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken. What does that mean? That's talking about extermination after 1,000 years, man. And guess what? In America, every Edomite is going to get sacrificed, man. And when I mean Edomite, I'm talking about the so-called white people. The only deliverance that's going to happen here in America, okay, is the Israelites and the Israelite foreigners, all right? But if you're an Edomite, all right, you are not going to be saved in America, man. And that's a fact.
Yeah, brother.
It says, verse 19, and they of the south shall possess the mount of Esau.
Yeah, and they of the south shall possess the mount of Esau. Who's that talking about? The Israelites, man. Because listen, once after 1,000 years, after you Edomites are gone, we are going to inhabit your lands, man. We're going to take your lands. You see?
That's good, brother.
And it says, and they of the plain of the Philistines, and they shall possess the fields of Ephraim.
So what it's talking about is, we're talking about the geographical places where Esau owns. We're going to own it. The only place that's never going to be inhabited again is America, which is Babylon, man. Okay, but that old land, really, because that old land over there, that's ours, man. All those, that region over there, Israel, the land of Israel is going to be bigger, going back to what the land of Canaan, man. We're going to take back all those lands, man.
Really, the whole earth is ours,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Right?
The whole earth.
Yeah, the whole earth is ours, and everything in it, pursuant to what? 2nd Ezra, the 5th chapter, it tells you that. Everything on this planet Earth belongs to Israel. But we have a specific land, which is what? The land of Israel. You know? Why? Because that goes back to the promises given to us by the Most High, right? Go ahead.
This is 2nd Ezra 6 and 59. If the world not be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance?
Yeah, the world was made for our sakes, man. The world was made for our sakes, man. But the question the Lord had was, why did we not possess inheritance? Why? Because we went off, man. That's the bottom line. Okay, we kept on going to other gods. We read the book of Judges. We kept on going off, over and over and over again, man. Now the good news is what? This is the last captivity we're gonna be in.
Yeah, brother.
It says, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure?
Yeah, how long shall this endure? Well, it's the last go round, man. This is the last go round for you Edomites, man. You so-called white people, you heathens, man. Okay, because we're no more gonna be held and going into captivity, man. All right?
This is the book of
Yeah, because at the end of the day, matter of fact, let me get Isaiah 40:15. Because at the end of the day, Isaiah 40:15, yeah, Obadiah, we're going to go to Psalms 2 and Psalms 83. At the end of the day, you Edomites and you other nations got to pay, man. All you Edomites and all you nations are going into captivity, man. And this is why you guys hate the Israelites. This is why you hate the Hebrew Israelites, man. All right? Because we're telling you, all you nations, listen, all you nations that had a part with the so-called Black Native Americans in the captivity, all right? Y'all going to captivity, man.
This is Obadiah chapter 1, verse 15. For the day of the Lord Yahweh is near upon all the heathen.
Yes, so the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. All right? The heathen means the Gentiles, anybody who is not an Israelite, man. Go ahead, brother.
As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee.
So the Lord said, as thou hast done, it should be done unto thee. Okay, so what was done unto us, man? Wasn't captivity done unto us? Okay, weren't we separated from our families? All right, didn't we have to put a yoke of iron around our necks? Huh? Go ahead, brother.
It says, thy reward shall return upon thine own head.
And what's that reward? That reward is slavery, man. That's what's going to be returned upon your own head. Slavery, and guess we can't forget about the torture and torments. Okay, we can't forget about that, man. That's what's going to be returned upon your own heads, man. Go ahead, brother.
For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain.
What the Lord say?
For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain.
And where's the Lord holy mountain? Well, let's go. First of all, that holy mountain is a people for a place. we are that holy mountain, but also that land, man. Okay, so now the Lord really got 2 strikes against you. Tell you the truth, you drunk upon the Lord's holy mountain with the people. Why? Because everything we built, y'all people took and rested in it. Everything we planted, y'all people ate from it. Okay? And then also the land, man. We got rats over there in that land, man. Okay? Jerusalem is suffering right now, man. Why? Because we got what? We got bastards over there, man, inhabit our land, and they sucking all the nutrients out of that land, man. So wherefore, okay, our people, as a matter of fact, Jerusalem cannot bring forth any fruit because why her people and her children not in there, man. Go ahead, brother.
So shall all the heathen drink continually.
Yes, so shall all the heathen drink continually. And what these heathen gonna drink? They're gonna drink slavery, man. They're gonna drink torture and torments for 1,000 years. Go ahead, brother.
All the heathen shall drink, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down.
Do that again.
Okay, it says, for as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain.
Yeah, so as you Edomites have drunk upon the Lord's holy mountain, the children of Israel and the land. The children of Israel and the land, what's the Lord gonna do?
So shall all the heathen drink continually.
So shall all the heathen drink continually, man. Okay? And what's that drink? Okay? You're gonna drink slavery. You're gonna drink torture. You're gonna drink torments. You're gonna drink the curses, man. All the curses that came upon us, you got the nation hissing and talking all types of shit about us, man. Y'all about to receive the same curses, go ahead, brother.
Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down.
So what does the Lord mean? They shall drink and they shall swallow down. What does that mean? Okay, you're gonna be forced to. You're gonna be forced to drink to swallow that down. How are you gonna be forced to swallow that down? Via the men, okay, of the Lord, man. First and foremost, start with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai, man. And then his elect, okay? And guess what? We're not gonna be mere men. Just like Yahweh Shai said, he's not coming back as a man. Guess what? The Lord's, okay, gonna make us not men either, man. We're gonna be gods, man. Okay?
And they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been.
So the Lord said you other nations is gonna be as though you have not been, right? Hold that, get that, brother.
This is Isaiah 40:15.
Cut!
And it reads, behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket.
So the Lord said the nations are of a drop of a bucket. Let's give an example of that. If you had to go, okay, to the next town over and get a bucket of water, are you gonna worry about the drop or the water that's in the bucket? Okay? The Lord said the nations are as a drop of a bucket, man. Go ahead, brother.
And it says, I'm gonna read it again. Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket, and are counted as a small dust of the balance.
So the Lord said are counted as a small dust of a balance. What's that mean? Let's say you have balance, and guess what? If you don't clean the balance for a week, it's gonna collect dust, but not a lot of dust that is gonna outweigh it. Okay, dust doesn't weigh anything on a balance, man. You blow the dust off, and it disappears, man. Go ahead, brother.
It says, behold, he taketh. He said, he taketh up the isles as a very little thing.
So the Lord said he taketh up all the nations as a very little thing, man. Go ahead.
It says, and Lebanon is not sufficient to burn.
Lebanon is not sufficient to burn. And Lebanon got the most beautiful creatures and trees out there, man. Okay? Go ahead.
It says,
when that scripture says he taketh up the isles as a very little thing, that's dealing with the other nations, all right, as big as they can be. Like for example, Ishmael, right? He was a blessed nation out of Abraham, but he wasn't the chosen nation. So wherever Ishmael is dwelling, all right, whatever isles or whatever areas they're in, the Most High is looking at them like these pieces of shit, and they are. Them heathens is wicked, man. They are, man. All right.
Matter of fact, I got a testimony real quick. I see it on World Star, but these fucking Ishmaelites, man, these Arabs, okay, when y'all think y'all eating, okay, all right, a lamb, come to find out, man, it's fucking dogs, man. It's worse than man. Shalak Rayam, okay, Mashapatnyam, Wagarayam, to you Ishmaelites, man. Okay, because you're fucking wicked, man. You're feeding people dog, man.
It says,
And
says-
they're cognizant,
Yeah,
and
bro.
they're cognizant, or they're well aware of what they're doing. Okay.
Yeah, because they were running. They were trying to sneak in. When regular Jake seen them, they kind of like, you know, try to hide it and drop it. Like,
Oh yeah, you talking about the halal store where they have the fucking
Yeah,
doors,
brother.
the dogs hanging up. Yeah,
Yes,
you're right.
brother.
Yeah, that's the halal food. Yeah, that's the halal meat. Yeah.
It says in Lebanon is not.
bro, they have to.
It says in Lebanon is not sufficient to burn,
Uh-huh.
nor the beasts thereof sufficient for a burnt offering. All nations before him are as nothing.
Oh, what?
All nations before him are as nothing.
So the Lord said all nations are before him are as nothing. You have to read. Let's reiterate that, man. You so-called Africans, you stick-in Hamites, you Ishmaelites, you so-called Arabs, you Gooks, you Moabites, you Ammonites, you Japanese, okay, you Japhetic people, you Hawaiians, all right, and over there Australia. What? Who I miss, brothers? Let's get. Oh, Elam, you dead East, fake East, dot-head East Indians, man. Ammon, all right. All you nations are nothing, man. That's what the scripture says.
what it said.
Now this is the thing. The Lord puts nations that are nothing above us. What do you think is gonna happen when we're right, when we're in our right state of mind, when the Lord makes us perfect, man? This is the thing. The Lord set you nations up. The Lord set you nations up so we could be justified in what to do to y'all. And listen, man, it's gonna be amazing. So we could be justified in slavery, man.
That's right.
The things that we're gonna do to you nations as slavery is gonna be justified, man, for the wickedness that you've done to the Lord's jewels, man. You nations are nothing, man. You nations are nothing. Okay?
That's right. It
Yeah,
says
brother.
all nations before him are as nothing, and they are counted to him less than nothing and vanity.
Wait. The Lord said, wait. How can anything be less than nothing? See, that's the thing about the Lord's playing with y'all, man. The Lord doesn't even consider you other nations, man. The only reason why the Lord made you nations was to be our servants, okay? To have some bed witches and to have some slaves, okay, in our planets, man. That's about it. Okay? The animals are gonna be above you damn heathens, man. Tell you that.
That was it. I got something.
Okay, because the Lord cares about his creatures, man. The Lord didn't say the animals are nothing. The Lord said you nations are nothing, man.
Yeah, the Lord got a favorite animal. He has a favorite bird. He has a favorite stream of water. You know, Most High has favorites, and his favorite animal is the lamb. All right, and his favorite bird is a dove, and his favorite stream of water is the Jordan River. You know, and his favorite people is the nation of Israel.
Yep.
This is 2nd Esdras 6:54, and it reads, after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all.
Okay, so what? Get Deuteronomy 13:8. Because look, we all come from Adam. You know what? Doesn't mean that we all came from one man. There are Adamites, man.
Right.
There are more than one Adam. All right.
That's right. You had three classifications of men. The Most High had 3 separate spirits that he put in the earth. He put the chosen, the sons of God, the sons of men, and the sons of the wicked. All right?
It says, of him come we all, and
Yeah,
the
so-
people also whom thou hast chosen.
So why did the Lord say, "In the people whom you that again"?
It says, and the people also whom thou hast chosen.
Why did it say that? Because that remember, there's always a witness. Go to Deuteronomy 13:8.
Deuteronomy
Yes, start it.
chapter 32, verse 8. It says, when the Most High Yahweh divided to the nation
When the
their
Lord
inheritance,
divided the nations their inheritance, go ahead.
when he separated the sons of Adam,
When he separated the sons of Adam, plural, the sons of Adam.
That's
go
right.
ahead.
That's
he
right.
set the bounds of the people
That's it.
according to the number of the children of Israel.
Woo! Keep going.
It says, verse 9, for the Lord Yahweh's portion is his people. Jacob is a lot of his inheritance. Read that again.
Back at 2nd Esdras 6:54.
Huh.
And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures.
See, this is a beautiful deal. This gospel is a beautiful gospel, man.
Right.
The Lord's setting up, listen, the Lord is setting up his people to rule you people with a rod of iron, man. The type of, listen, if we're this angry now, the Lord says he's going to put his anger upon us, man.
We ain't angry enough.
Yo, man.
We ain't
Yep.
angry enough. The Most High gonna put his anger in us.
Yep, and it's gonna be so beautiful, man. It's gonna be. I'm glad. This is the perfect Only the Most High can make a beautiful movie like this, man. Only the Most High, man. You see? Yahweh Shai, whom we worship.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
Who's a so-called black, so-called Negroes. All right? They're perfect, man. Go ahead, brother.
It says, of him come we all, and the people also of whom thou hast chosen.
Yeah, the Lord chose us, man. How about that? The Lord chose the so-called blacks, the so-called Spanish, and the so-called Native Americans, man, to rule over the whole earth and the other planets and the galaxies and the different dimensions. That's why you're so mad. That's why you're so mad, because you're out there seeing. I just found the other day, it came my feet, there's another planet they found. They found another Earth-like planet. How about that? That ain't for you devils. That's for us, man. Each and every one of these brothers gonna have planets and galaxies. How about that? Well, y'all cease to exist, man. How about that? You Edomites are gonna cease to exist one day. How about that, devils? We don't know what the Lord's gonna do with you, man. Yeah.
It says, all these have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sake.
So the Lord said he made the world for our sakes, man. So all of our forefathers asked the question, well, hold up. If he made the world for our sakes, how is it that these heathens are over us, man? Because the Lord is just, man. Because once we get our turn to rock, man, y'all gonna see how we get down. We gonna really get down with you heathens, man. Okay? Tired of you fucking heathens, man. Doing all types of wickedness to our animals, man. With the creatures that the Lord made thereof, man. Okay, the animals are crying out. We have no power in our hands. But the Lord's gonna give us that power one day, man. Watch. Go ahead, brother.
I seen a video, so like Esau so sick. He had a little kitten cat, whatever. And then you just had two Edomite teenage girls just walking over it, like crushing his bones.
Yeah, see, I can't even watch
stuff
like that. I can't do it no more, bro.
They just kept doing it until finally the kitten died. Walking over it.
Yeah, I realized my spirit.
Oh my God, I even want to send it to the chat.
I realized in my spirit lately when I've been watching those torments with I can't watch it. And I noticed that it disturbs me for a long period of time. I can't watch it no more, man. I get hot, okay? Because they're innocent animals, man. You wicked beasts, man. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 56. As for the other people, which also...
Hey, Salaki, and that, through the Spirit, I got to expound, because that shows you that the Lord made different manners of spirits, man. Show you the Lord made spirits that he would love, and he made spirits that he would hate, man. You see, going back to where the scripture says, of him came we all, you try to justify that in your modern day Christianity dogma to say, see, we all come from Adam. Well, if you understood the scriptures, you would understand that Adam had a special spirit that actually reincarnates him as the son of the Most High. He was that's the first spirit that the Most High created. So how could that one man, the whole global population come out of that one man? That doesn't make sense. And also Genesis says, out of the waters he created the living creatures, plural. So once again, going back to the spirits that the Most High loves and the spirits that the Most High created to not love. And that's what falls to you damn heathens, you Edomites, man. All right? So you can't get no wins on that. You can't get no wins on that. You don't understand the scriptures. All right?
It says, as for the other people which also come from Adam.
See, the other people that come from Adam. Who's these other people that come? What does Adam mean? Adam means of the ground or from the ground. Adama in the Hebrew. That means all nations at one period of time had pigmentation. Because they're from the ground. The deepest, darkest soil is of the ground. All right? The deepest, darkest soil is of the ground. Okay? Go ahead.
It says, as for the other people which also come of Adam, thou hast said they are nothing.
So what are the other people that come from the ground, from Adam? All right? The sons of the wicked and the sons of men. The two other spirits that more so the sons of the wicked, all right, would be created to be destroyed. The sons of men was created to serve the sons of God.
That's it.
Go ahead.
But it says, but be like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them
There it is.
unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
Yo, I love that scripture, man.
Spittle.
Hey, this is why they hate us, man, because this is what the Christian world call the nastiness of the scriptures. That's the nastiness of it. The Lord didn't come to save everybody, man. The Lord said see, I don't think they understand that. The Lord said you nations are spit, man. Okay? The Lord said you other nations are spittle, meaning, you know when you're speaking, your little spit drops out? I'm not thinking about that, man.
Not at all.
I'm thinking about the sentences that's coming out of my mouth. You see, all this noise, all this racketeering, all this shit about to get shut down. Guess what?
It's being shut
Esau Edom is getting ready to shut this whole shit the fuck down, man. You think that? Listen, I watched Event 201. Matter of fact, I think you said that to me, right? Event 201. One of the brothers said to me, I watched the whole thing. They basically tell you they told you what they're gonna do before it happens. The game plan of COVID-19 to the coronavirus, which is called the coronavirus, in October 2019. They had a whole meeting of what steps that they should do in case of a coronavirus and what should they do. They had the economic plan. They had the internet plan, the plan for the media. They had everything, and guess what? They said when they open it back up a little bit and let the people free a little bit, they're gonna close it back down even tighter.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And what else? And guess what they said? They said once they open it back up, that's when the real death is gonna happen, man. Go ahead, brother.
Because they're going to use that as a scapegoat to justify true gradualism, why they're going to close things down a lot more severely the next time that they do it. Oh, the second phase, right?
Second phase.
Because
Oh, yeah, that was. Yeah,
because they're going to say, okay, seeing that we opened up, we told you that people were going to die. A lot more people are going to die. And we told you that another round of this coronavirus is going to come back around. But seeing that you people are so hasty, and the government is so hasty, you say, you know what? We're gonna open it up. We're gonna open it back up. And to add, there's rumors, which I'm getting notifications about this shit, and it's annoying me. So I might as well bring it out to the spirit. Now they're saying they're gonna put an extra $3 trillion coronavirus aid package and give motherfuckers more stimulus checks.
They
passed it already.
Well, there's another stimulus check
well, guess what? Well, guess what?
It has to go to the Senate.
Guess where the debt? Guess where that debt is going? Is the debt going down or up? It's going way the fuck up. It's probably about 45, 50, 60 trillion as we speak, bro.
Insane,
They trying to hyperinflation.
This thing is, man. They gonna blow the top off this thing,
they
man.
trying to squeeze it out.
They are squeezing it out. They are squeezing it
Why
out,
else
bro.
would they just give away? Come on,
Bro,
let's go.
people are they're not even working or making more from a damn unemployment check than they was a full week's of work
That's what's going on.
after taxes.
That's why Jake is now.
This shit is fucking this is something else. This is something very, very fishy, man.
Very sinister.
It's very sinister, man. And then this is what I was speaking to the elder brother about earlier. Esau, yeah, you damn devil. We on to you. You being slick, which is a clever plan because you're the damn devil. That's your job. All right, you want to fatten everybody up. You know, that's what everybody's gonna do. They're gonna sit in their house, eat, drink. All right, be bunch of fucking couch potatoes, put on weight, and then when motherfuckers coming with the National Guard, they coming with the draconian legislation. Y'all easy for the pickings. Y'all fat rats. Got a bunch of fat rats with plates of food in their hand. What the fuck is going on?
Mind you, Trump yesterday just said he has a mobile. Yeah, he's gonna have a mobile army, okay, for you niggas, man.
Chicken getting fucking about to go cut it off in the
military, man. To make sure you niggas take that
That
vaccine.
gutter oil.
All right, so why they fatten you niggas up and have it? Why do you think they close down the gym? Why do you think they close down the parks? Because they got the. You think these troops? Okay.
Right, they don't want you to
First
be
of all,
fucking.
these troops are taking something beyond steroids, man.
Yeah, man.
Okay, another time I was with the elders, okay, Nas and Yanquab, and I can't find this video because they shut it down. But we was just, meditating, just chilling, doing what brothers do. And there's a video that we found of they give these Marines like these chips or the stuff that these vaccine with chips in them, and they showed what the dude is going through when he takes that chip, and it's like a crazy rage gets over them when they shooting. So like as they shoot more, they get more excited. So when it says they're gonna be like madmen, yo man, they showed inside the mind of these armies, man. They're gonna listen. They're pumping them with something. They literally have the beast in them, man. And they're shooting them with all types of super soldier chemicals. They're gonna be enraged. They're gonna be destroying you Jakes, man. Okay, you Jason gonna be destroyed when it's so listen, that stimulus don't mean nothing. Yeah, and guess what that stimulus gonna be? Hey, they can have the stimulus to be on that RFID chip, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shit could crash, and they say, hey, we'll give the people an extra stimulus check, stimulus, but let's give me your RFID chip. How about that? Okay, the scripture says never trust thine enemy, man.
Good, but
That's right.
it's
That's
like,
why
that's why the scripture says, woe unto them that go down to Egypt for
for help. Yeah.
and woe unto them that trust in the shadow of Egypt. And the
Shit
scripture
crazy.
also says that Yasharon waxed fat, and kicked.
This fucking devil, man.
And in Jeremiah, the 5th chapter,
Bro,
it says
this
that
devil
he
is a
shines.
motherfucker, bro.
Because you see,
Devil is a motherfucker.
Jake has become so comfortable in the land of their captivity in which the Lord had commanded us to arise spiritually and depart. But this is not our rest. Because here we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come. But 2/3 of the nation of Israel, through all the gifts, because Scripture says a gift destroyed the heart. Scripture says a gift destroyed the heart. They've received so many gifts in the form of financial aid from Esau and Edom that now they became relaxed. And they look at Esau now as a source of income and also as a source of, safety, liability. I'm gonna just trust in Esau now, so I'll be fine. No, man.
This is Ecclesiastes 7 and verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
Right, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. Now, when you look up the word oppression, the word there means a pressing down, to press together. So surely a pressing down, a pressing together, maketh a wise man mad. And the wise men are the elect men of the nation of Israel. We are mad rightfully through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because we are still being oppressed to this very day under the hands of our slave masters, Esau, because we are captives.
And it reads, and a gift destroyeth the heart.
And a gift destroyeth the heart, the mind. So all these gifts, all these economic aids, all these financial aids, these stimulus checks that Edom has been giving you Israelites, that has been destroying your hearts, your minds.
That's right.
Now you think that Esau is safe. Now you think that it's okay to trust this devil. Oh, you see, he's for us, he's not against us. Why? Just because he's giving you a $1,200 check that you niggas went out according to the survey and bought liquor and seed and all that shit?
This is Jeremiah 31. It was Isaiah. It's like this is Isaiah 31. It says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help.
Right, so woe unto 2/3 of the nation of Israel that go down to modern day Egypt for help. America, which is Babylon the Great, is modern day Egypt. Egypt means bondage. And the Lord is saying, woe, destruction unto them that go down to Egypt for help. How do they go down to Egypt for help? By trusting in the shadows of Egypt, in the protection of Egypt, in the protection of America, in the system of America, in the image of the beast.
It says, and trust in, and stay on horses and trust in chariots.
And stay in horses and trust in chariots. You trust in all these different tanks, police cars, and Humvees and SWAT vans and all that stuff that Esau Edom has roaming around the streets of America, Babylon the Great, for protection. You trust in these things, man. You trust in their military, you trust in their police forces, their armed forces, and this will ultimately be your destruction, your demise.
It says, and trust in chariots because they are many.
And trust in chariots because they are many. Again, you trust in the military defense sector of Esau Edom's system, in the police force, in the military force, the SWAT and all that, for protection. But the Lord's saying that the horses of Pharaoh are flesh and not spirit, roughly paraphrasing. And it's going to say that as the brother reads on.
It says, and in the horsemen because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel.
Right, because you're looking onto things carnally. You're looking onto Esau as being your God. You're not looking onto Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Why? Because you're relaxed in this system. You're relaxed in receiving the little money, the little crumbs that these devils are giving to you, which is nothing.
Hey, all right, let me read this real quick. Because I was looking at this earlier, right, on this RFID, this poster that we had for years, right? It says here that the microchip will be used to force U.S. citizens to trade their so-called liberty for so-called peace and safety and food and survival, right? Just as the Bible, just as the Holy Bible prophesied. Now, like what the brother's getting into with this Jake collecting that money, Jake feels safe because why did Esau tell us to stay in place in the first place? For the coronavirus. So now Jake is on some shit like, all right, you know what? Nah, stay shelter in place, shelter in place. Shelter in place for what? For your safety. Now in return, niggas want to stay and receive their little $1,200. And another $1,200 just got passed, which I believe like y'all yesterday. You know what I'm saying? $3 billion, right? And, my bad, yup, that's right, $3 trillion. And on top of that, Esau extended the unemployment to January 31st. So if you was getting an extra $600, you're gonna keep getting it until January 31st of next year, 2021. So this right here proves, because whoever, you know, we made this out through the Spirit, brothers, great millstone. Now it says the microchip is gonna be used to force the citizens, because what you people are doing is trading in your freedom for that little chump change, man. Because what you don't fucking realize is that the more you decide to say that, all right, you know what, I'm gonna stay home and collect the government's free money. Now you giving up your freedom because you giving up the right to actually step out the house and do what you gotta do and make your own so-called money. Now Jake, see, this is what Esau do. Crafty as a fucking serpent, man. Esau is saying, listen, you know what? You're gonna get paid without working. That's where the UBI kicks in, bro. The universal basic income. That's where that kick in. What they want to do is give everybody a universal basic income just to stay home and get paid. Now what you're really gonna do with that money is buy food and just survive, pay your rent, pay your bills. You know what I'm saying? Based on your household income. You know what I'm saying? And ultimately, what that's gonna lead to is the mark of the beast, man. Esau setting you niggas up perfectly, man. For us, yeah, we gonna collect Esau fucking money. Fuck all that. But the scriptures say that we not to take the mark of the beast, man. Not to take the chip. You know what I'm saying? So when they get to that point, all bets are off, man. But for you people who want to continue, you know, receive that government funds and disregard what the prophets got to say, then you setting yourself up for wrath, man. So, get it, bro.
Sirach 5 and 7.
This is Sirach 5 and verse 7. And it reads, make no tarry and turn to the Lord.
Right, the word tarry means to wait, to delay. So make no delay to returning to the Heavenly Father Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai. Right?
And it reads, and put not off from day to day.
Oh, I'll just return to the Lord next week. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Or tomorrow comes, oh, I'll do it the next day. Oh, I'll do it next month, next year. That's tarrying. That's delaying returning back to the Heavenly Father Yahweh, Son Yahushai. Why? Because you're comfortable. When you're at rest. You're at rest. You know, you're not worrying about, you know, any possibilities of troubles. You know.
Something real quick. 1 Thessalonians 5 and 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction comes upon them, as travel upon a woman with child, and they shall, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
So as travail upon a woman with child comes upon her in the 9th month, so will the travail of the thirds of the nation of Israel come upon them when they least expect it, when they're at ease. You know, the Spirit gave me, you know, a saying, you know, when you're complacent, you know, you're pretty much, you know, safe, you know. Kind of like escape me right now. It's like
at ease or something?
Yeah.
You're in your own bubble, man.
Yeah, basically.
That's what Jake is in. Jake is in a freaking bubble, man. And then, you know what, man? I be having conversations with niggas, man. Like, I'm talking about like family members because I see them often and shit. And these niggas are really in a bubble. And they don't want you to burst their bubble, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we naturally, by nature, we can't help it. We can't help but to be prophets, bro. You know what I mean? And say certain things that's gonna fucking burst niggas' bubbles, man. Hey, listen, when your fucking bubble get burst, bro, don't come running into our bubble, which is gonna be the protection of the Most High. That's our bubble, all right? You know, the Heavenly Father. Man, I'm just saying, man. I'm sure every brother know a nigga like that, or a bitch like that, man. You know?
I remember it now. It goes like this: complacency is a friend of security, and security is a friend of thief. Because when you're complacent,
you're secure.
That's right.
And when you're secure, now you're subject to a thief just breaking in to your peace unexpected. And that's what's going to happen to 2/3 of the nation of Israel. When they least expect things to happen, just like the brother read in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 3, all hell is going to come upon them like pain comes upon a woman in the 9th month when she's about to deliver that man-child, that baby.
Rock 5 and 7.
Yeah.
It says, and make no tarry and turn to the Lord,
Right.
and put not on from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security.
See, there you go. And in thy security, in your complacency, because you're complacent, and you're secured, and you're putting off returning to the Lord. So guess what? In that complacency, in that security, will the wrath of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua come upon you, man. And this is the scripture that inspired me through the Spirit with that saying, you know.
And perish in the day of vengeance.
And perish in the day of vengeance, man. In the day when the Lord is going to return to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire upon the wicked.
I'm looking for Gab.
Okay, I got something.
Not over.
Okay, this is 2 Peter 3 and 9. The Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness.
Right, so the Lord, Yahweh, is not a man that he should lie. And the Lord is not slack concerning his promise. The Lord said he's going to do something. He's going to do it, man. Isaiah 55:11. The words, Lord, the words of Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, will not return unto him void. But it shall accomplish that which he pleases, and shall prosper in the thing whereto he sent it.
It says, but is long suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance.
Right, so the Lord is very merciful. The Lord is very long suffering. That's why we're able to stand here today to do the work. Because had the Lord came back, back in 2000, a lot of people would have been dead. But the Lord showed mercy. The Lord is long suffering. Yeah, upon the elect. Because in this generation, 2/3 of the nation of Israel are going to be smoked, man. Water, bro.
I got something, yeah. This is second Ezra chapter 16, verse 36. It says, behold, the word of the Lord receive it. Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack.
The plagues draw nigh and are not slack. What are the plagues? The 4 kinds that the Lord will appoint over 2/3 of the nation of Israel during the times of Jacob's trouble, during the times to come. The sword to slay, the dog to tear, the fowls of the heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy. These are the plagues as well as famine that the Lord Yahweh, Son Yahushua, will send upon 2/3 of the nation of Israel for their rebelliousness. And the word rebellion means to wage war. Read means back, and rebellion means to wage war. Now the scripture says in Exodus 15:3 that Yahweh is a man of war. Yahweh is his name. So why in the F would you wage war against the God of war himself? You must be a fool, man. You got to be out of your damn mind.
Hey, full faith in his heart, there is no God.
There it is.
Right. Verse 38. I'm going to start 37. It says, behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb.
So that birth pain does not slack, not a moment, when that woman is experiencing it in the 9th month. So as a woman that experienced birth pain in the 9th month, that is not slack when she's going through it, likewise with the plagues of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua come upon the world, upon 2/3 of the nation of Israel, and they're not going to be slack. They're not going to waver but for a moment. But no, they're going to come upon 2/3 of the nation of Israel. Even the ICBM nuclear missiles, which are the ultimate plague, which are the weapons of the Lord's indignation.
Right, and there's a video I believe I'm putting together a clip right now of it, but I think it was Cuomo or one of these other guys that said that he made a statement like, these are some of the worst contractions the countries have ever felt before. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he said it just like that, bro. He said these are one of the worst contractions the country have ever felt before. Showing you that all the plagues and all the downs, so-called downs the country ever felt is like an contraction. But now he said this is the worst. Now, the scriptures say, as when a woman with a child in the ninth month, which is the last month before the great deliverance, right? It says, bringeth forth a son within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb. Which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment, man. So when that child is ready to be delivered, the pains get closer and closer and closer. Just like what's happening every day when you wake up and look at the news. There's something new. There's something new leading towards Jacob's trouble, leading towards Esau coming down with that great wrath. All right, World War III is still brewing in the background, man. The mainstream media is not talking about the World War III that's still brewing, man, but they talk about the COVID-19 and so on and so forth, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's them contractions and that birth pains, which with the son that's gonna be delivered, is ultimately how Shai coming back to destroy this place, man. You know what I'm saying? Okay, bro. That was it.
Yeah, because you see, America is known as what? The virgin daughter of Babylon. The virgin daughter of Babylon. A virgin is what? A woman that's never been touched. And America is going to be penetrated by what? Thermonuclear missiles.
Get fucked. Yeah, God. So you can understand. Right. Not one more verse. It says, verse 39, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side.
Yeah, and it says it in Revelation, the 18th chapter, that all the men that trade with America, that do business with America, they're going to mourn. You know, they're going to be angry, and they're going to weep and wail and howl with vexation for the destruction of America, Babylon the Great. This is the modern day Tyre and Zidon. Tyrus and Zidon, also modern day Babylon. The scripts got all kinds of code names for a kingdom that would rule, such as America, in the future. You know, this is modern day Basra, modern day Tyrus and Zidon. All right, modern day Sodom, Gomorrah, Sodom and Egypt. You know, that's why that's why these other groups, all right, can't understand these scriptures, all right, because they're looking for and thus America. Right. You know, shall be destroyed. You know,
that's what the Seventh-day Adventist said. Show me America in the Bible.
Yeah. And you go to Revelation, right? And the Apostle Hart brought this out exquisitely. All right. Revelation 17, right? And what is it? 11, coupled with Revelation 11 and 8. All right. That great city. All right. Then it says the woman is that great city. Okay? Mystery Babylon. All right? The abominations of the earth. All right?
Hey, bro, that made me think, man, because America's not reading the Bible, no shit. But remember, when the scriptures was written, the last and final, revelation in the New Testament was 2,000 years ago. Now remember, the Western world was not inhabited 2,000 years ago, man. You know what I'm saying? So it wouldn't be specified in the scriptures. Now you had Solomon and his army coming back to the Americas, all right, to do what they had to do, get riches and resources, etc., etc. But America was considered the uttermost parts of the land, the earth. It wasn't inhabited 2,000 years ago. So there won't be no fucking name for a land that wasn't, inhabited or claimed at that time. Man.
That's right. Yeah.
America, Canada, South America. Nobody been here, man. You know what I'm saying? Up until after that 2,000 years ago when the books was finished written, man. That's right. So how the hell is it going to be named, man? Yeah, besides being code named according to the prophecies that was spoken of it, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Being fools.
And America was named after a Edomite by the name of America Vespucci. Exactly. And America, that's not a Hebrew. That's not a Hebrew word. That's an English word that was invented by Esau. You know. So how could America be written in the scriptures? The word itself. Let me get those scriptures for you. Yeah. This is Revelation 17 and 18. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city. Yeah. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city, which reigneth over the kings of the earth. What is that woman? Right here in the 4th verse. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, meaning it had riches. Right. It was very rich. Right? And what is America? America has stolen all the riches of the world, man. All right? Over here was known as the land of Ophir. All right? Where the northern kingdom was. All right? And they had tombs of gold. All right? rivers with precious stones, all right, of gold in it, and all of that. This is a paradise.
That's it.
This is a rich land, was a rich land, until the so-called white man stole everything. And gold, precious in stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. And upon her forehead, meaning showing us that this is a wicked place.
Real.
And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. So this is what America is, according to the scripture. Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and the abominations of the earth. Revelation 11 and 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city. That great city, the woman is that great city. Which spiritually, it said it's spiritually, it's called Sodom and Egypt. So this is a spiritual understanding. You gotta see America for what it is spiritually, man.
There you go.
It's a spiritual understanding, yo. Yeah.
And the word America means bitter.
But then show you.
Just like the name Maria too. The name Maria goes back to the word America, which means bitter as well.
Wow.
I know Mara in the Hebrew goes back to bitter.
Yeah, Eliashua brought it out. That's good. A lesson.
This is 1 Corinthians. This is why these Christians and these other different bugged out people that say or don't truly understand America for what it is. All right. 1 Corinthians 2, right, and 14. But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of the Most High, for they are foolishness unto him. Neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned. It's not given unto them. The Most High blocked them. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's I was thinking about that scripture. That's the
Spirit. My bad, brother. Slack.
But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of the Most High, for they are foolishness unto him. Neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned.
That's why they can't get it, because unto them which are natural, it is foolish.
We're speaking foolishness to 2/3 right now.
So that's why they can't get it, because it's being that it's spiritually discerned, them not being spiritual but carnal will not receive the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding and the mysteries of the scriptures. Why? Because they're carnal. And the scripture says that what? A carnal mind is enmity with the Heavenly Father, Yahweh.
That's right.
Through His Son Yahweh. As a matter of fact, let's get there real quick.
Romans 8 chapter.
You know? Because why? Someone that's carnal is someone that is not spiritual. Someone that is not spiritual is someone that lacks faith. What is faith? Faith is the substance of things hoped for, evidence of things not seen.
Not seen.
And without faith, it is impossible. It is impossible to please Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man.
So we're faith-based Israelites.
Damn right.
Remember one time they was making fun of, oh, you guys are faith-based. You guys are faith-based.
That's a compliment.
Yeah, that was a compliment.
Why wouldn't you
How
want
do
to
you-
be faith-based? That's a substance.
How do you know you're Israelite?
It's a gift.
How do you know you're Israelite?
Right.
How do you know you're Israelite, huh?
Right.
To be able to go in on our knees and pray to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, to me that's a great gift, man. That's a blessing, man.
It's the best.
The best blessing, man.
Best gift you could ever have.
And to really believe and to pray to that, yo.
Like, you mean to tell me to bow down and pray to something I don't see? That's how Jake be thinking.
Yeah, that's
That's exactly what it is.
let's get this money, man.
Yeah,
They ain't
that's
worried about
tangible,
the
they can
Lord,
see
man.
it.
And the scriptures say that things that are seen were created by the things that are not seen.
That's right. Which are the angels.
That's right.
You know, these different elements that we can't see. You know,
That's right.
Yeah, that's
it
it.
tells you that, man. Yahweh Shah was put in charge of that, man. Okay? You see what I'm saying? And that's what Jake be saying, man. You know, they want something that they can see. Oh, if the Most High's was, why the hell we going through all this all the time? Matter of fact, get that right quick.
Malachi.
Put that in Malachi. And not only in Malachi they said that, Gideon said that.
Yeah,
right?
Gideon said.
Gideon said the same shit,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, that's the spirit. I was thinking meditate.
You're gonna get that in the book of Judges. I'm gonna tell you where it's at right quick, right fast.
I think it's the fifth chapter.
No, the seventh chapter.
Okay.
Yeah, look at the first verse. Read up Malachi.
Okay.
This is Malachi 1:1. It says, the burden of the word of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai to Israel by Malachi.
Yeah.
So, hey, with that, man, we're gonna say Shalom.
Shalom.
Come in,
Shalom.
Baba,
Brother. Baba.
Baba.